muted to say, yeah, I'm ready to go.
Oh, you did
Sorry.
say, yeah, I did not notice. That's my bad. Okay, yeah, then I guess we're good.
It's okay.
Amazing. Fantastic. Well, we are here. Hello, chat. Welcome
Yippee!
in.
Oh,
It's been so long. It has been very long.
that's you hit an activation phrase for me. How could you do that to me?
What?
It's been so long is fucking it's in a FNAF song,
Oh,
Five Nights at
oh
Freddy's. So now
no.
There's
whenever
songs in
someone
that?
says it's a song about Five Nights at Freddy's. It's just it's been so it's not worth getting into.
I
It's
don't know.
just
I don't.
whenever I hear that phrase, it lights my brain on fire a little bit, and I'm like, what
You know,
the
there are worse things I could say, Punky.
There are
like
worse
Barbie shoe.
Like
things
Barbie
I could
shoes.
do.
Like Barbie shoes.
Like Barbie shoes. I haven't stopped thinking about them. It's really upsetting. It's really upsetting.
Also, I see a couple of folks in chat that I recognize. Hello, Skelly. Hello,
Don't
Vaughn. Hello,
don't
Dex.
Freddy at
Skelly!
night is really good.
Welcome to the Bone Zone.
Yeah, yeah. We've already redeemed a sippy time. So everybody grab your drinks.
Aye,
Everybody
aye,
grab your
Captain.
drinks. Time
I
to
was
sip.
mid sippy already. I beat you
Hold
to
on, I
it.
gotta get
I,
up.
I cracked
About to
I
get
cracked one
me some
open.
glug.
I cracked my energy drink open before we went live, so I can't do it again. You can't
Let's
give me
knock
all the
some shit
crystals.
over.
No. Uncrack your energy drink. Reseal it quick.
Wait,
All
wait,
right.
Vaughn. What do you mean? I'm an honorary Skeleman at this point. Oh, did the council decide this?
I can't get my water open.
Oh no! Oh no,
Help!
Ned! Oh no, Ned!
Hey, chat. Hey, chat. I'm about to do it again.
Somebody open my water.
I see. I see. I see.
Okay, got it.
Yay!
Ah.
Congratulations! And now I have to roll a dice. And while I'm rolling this dice, why don't we start going around the horn and introducing ourselves? And I'm gonna start with, because I think it's funny and I love my friends very dearly, the master of the Barbie shoes, Punky.
You're evil. Don't say that. I'm not. I will never stop thinking about them. They're forever. That's in my brain forever now.
A Barbie shoe dipped in Barbie glue.
That's even worse.
What?
That's even
Huh?
worse.
Given what
Acc-
happened with the
Accidental
shoes?
earworm. Accidental earworm. What?
Oh, it was fully intentional.
Hi everybody, I'm Punky. I'm Punky, I guess. Hi everybody. You can find me at twitch.tv/punky_o_o, where I do all sorts of things like play Splatoon, which is a very concerning game. Don't have anyone ever convince you that Splatoon is not concerning. Splatoon is incredibly concerning. I just got to a part in the new game where I basically was like, I thought this game was about ink on the ground. I thought this game was about shooting the ground with ink to cover it. And yeah. Anyway, we play all sorts of games on my channel. We do all sorts of stuff. The three most important things that you need to know if you hang out with me: that universal basic income is a must. It's always morally correct to steal from grocery stores. There should be no millionaires. We're going to be live after The Lost and the Found today doing some Final Fantasy. And you can find me on Blue Sky, which is at Punky, PUN-KI. I do all sorts of stuff. I play TTRPGs with all sorts of lovely folks. Some of them in chat right now, staring at you, Vaughn and Skelly. And I'm gonna toss it over to Trinket.
Yeah, I am Trinket. I'm gonna be playing Cash tonight. You can find me either here every other Saturday or on every Thursday on Burnout Bot's channel, actually, where he and I go solve murder in small town Japan in our game of Persona 4. Otherwise, you can find me on my channel, twitch.tv/thetrinketwitch. Or you can find me on Blue Sky, Tumblr, and for everything else, there's my card. It's trinketwitchcreations.card.co. And I'm trying to think here who to pass it on to. You know what? I'm gonna go with Pepper. Tossing the skull to Pepper.
Hello, I'm Pepper Chester. You can find me over at pepperchester@bluesky.com. I'm currently taking commissions like usually I do, and I really don't have much else to bring to the table, because I'm probably gonna be moving soon. So, but if so, that way, I don't know, commissions will help with the income for that. So, yeah. Sorry, I don't have much else to say or add. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pass this on to Net.
To me. Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi there. All right. Well, I am Net. I play Cardi. Let's see. I guess pretty much the only place you can find me online these days is on Tumblr at HamsterGal, where I reblog a lot of stuff and occasionally might even put up some things that I've done myself. Not very often, but so it goes. I will be spending the next month in the wonderful Hotel Hackensack getting my lymphoma beaten out of me with sticks, rocks, and possibly sledgehammers. So just throw me some good luck and any anti-cancer mojo that you have, and we hopefully will hear some good news at the end of all of that. Let me see. What else do I have going on? Oh, that's right. I'm also an occasional writer for the Geeks of Wrath. We've got a podcast starting with some of our old recordings on there. But you could also find that here on Twitch, Twitch TV/nonproductive. It's Geeks of Wrath shows up on Tuesday nights around 7:30. And I'll find out where the archives are one of these days. And I'll have a link one of these days. And let's see. No, I think that that's it. And I think that I will next toss over to Zyme.
Hello, everyone. I'm Zyme. I'll be playing Arla Ren, and you can find me here on Twitch and on Instagram at ZymeSite, and basically everywhere else like Blue Sky and YouTube at Zyme or Zyminess. Strems. Tuesday, gonna get into some more Nine Souls. I'm pretty sure we have like 2 or 3 more Solarians to take out to get some seals, but we're in the red light district. Flesh golems. That's all I'm gonna say. Wednesdays, I've been trying to get some Dragon's Dogma or Monster Hunter Wilds, and hopefully I can get that to happen this week. We will have to see. Thursdays, of course, Thirsty Thursdays, where we've been playing some Hades 2 because they're pretty people in that game.
Hell yeah.
Very pretty. Ooh woo. Fridays, Fistful of Friday, where I play fighting games and beat 'em ups. And I have been informed by several little birdies that apparently there is an Onimusha collab happening with Street Fighter 6, and you know what I'm about. So that's what's gonna happen. This coming Saturday, should be more Baldur's Gate 3 with the Saved by the Spell crew over on One Burnout Vaughn's channel. And then, of course, on the alternating Saturdays, you can find me here with these lovely beans for the lost and the found. Yeah, I believe that's me.
And that leaves me, which, boy howdy, have we gone from absolutely nothing to very, very busy. First and foremost, if you didn't know, my lovely self and a friend who's also in this voice chat published a fanzine for the first time ever. You can go check that out on Tumblr.
Yes.
That is a thing that
Let's
happened.
go.
In addition to that, of course, we're here. But on Mondays, you can check myself and another person in this call on Mondays for Deltarune over at the Amusing Thalia's channel. We have fun here. We also full full transparency between you and me, chat, a secret. The two of us that are in this call do sometimes send DMs to each other because we know things that the host does not know, and sometimes we have to scream about it. We have fun. It's a good time. Other than that, we have not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, we are actually back for those who wander. Now that I'm no longer sick, that's all I've got going on. And with that, and everybody being introduced, who would like to give me a recap of what happened last session?
You know what? I think. I mean, yeah. Actually, double check. I think I still got some decent notes.
If you don't and you need help, let me know.
Well, let me give it a crack real quick. So last time on Lost and the Found, I don't have the voice for that, but so
That'll do it.
we
We don't
got
have a theme song.
we got dumped out on a bridge from wherever the mirror had taken us to. So, and more or less the entirety of the bridge is covered in fog. The only way to go is, well, surely not up. It was down. And after a bit of debate and deliberation, we were able to combine our forces of rope and get everybody actually down to kind of like this marsh slash swampy kind of area. I say everybody gets down with varying degrees of grace. But unfortunately, by the time we get down there, we are greeted and, well, quite frankly, accosted by a platoon of hairmen of some kind, some type of leporine race of some kind, trying to rob us of our joy, at least from how their bardic yelling had been alluding to. So we scared them off. Well, scared most of them off. Two are dead. Two are unconscious. One is, shall we say, past tense. So, but we have their snail, at least, and whatever little gourd slash container that they have been holding Joy hostage, it seems like, for however long. I had a little note on there just because I had to remember which of us held it. Marlo, you still had that little that ball, right? The Jolagron gave us, right?
The orb from Star, yeah. Or 4-star, yeah, I still got it.
Okay, now I had to check because I was like, I don't remember either putting it in my inventory or if it was in yours, because I know one of us decided you hold the ball.
Yeah, I still got the mirrored ball.
Yeah. Okay, but I think at least that's as far as my notes go. What did I miss?
I think that was, as far as I know, I think that was everything.
Did I miss? There's a specific detail that I do hope to bring up before we fully start. I don't mean to interrupt. I don't know if it got touched on though. So.
Oh.
There was a very specific song that was sung by the bandits. And they specifically mentioned the Prince of Prismere. One person. Oh yeah. So we did have a slight oopsie poopsie with some friendly fire, which may or may not have caused a little bit of a potential discord for the future. But it seems like everyone is okay, and only one person died. But towards the end there, I cracked open a bottle And I do not know the repercussions of that action because we experienced some memories afterwards. And after seeing several memories and then them shoot out of the bottle and go into the sky, we thought it was best to probably close that. So right now I'm holding on to a gourd of memories.
Hey, Trinket and Zai, do you both have inspiration?
Pretty sure
I
I
do
don't.
not.
Let me dig up my. Where did it go? I do not.
Would you both like one?
Yes, please.
I would love one.
Please take one.
Thank you kindly.
Yeah.
As we return, the scene is set thus. Cash, if I remember correctly, you and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, if it was Zenki, are working to keep the snail in check at this current juncture.
Last I remember, Zinky was in the middle of
Okay.
the rest of the hairs, and I kind of shot off to go and wrangle the said snail. So I got hold of the reins, and I think the only thing I suggested before we took off was lobbing all of our incapacitated and no longer living uh, remnants. Just kind of pile them on there to bring them back.
Okay. I don't know why I wrote it in my notes. I don't know if Zenki had offered to help you or if I'm just hallucinating.
If we did, that's more than welcome to. It's
I've
the problem to
completely
me.
forgot what I did.
It's all right. It's all good. Memories are fickle, as we learned last session. So, Cash, you have your hands full. You have a giant snail who is not fully calm, especially considering the other hair folk left promptly. In front of both Cardamom and BB are the still breathing but unconscious hair folk, kind of laid out. In front of Arlo, though, Arlo last session that you checked, and the one in front of you is no longer alive. There was
He's resting in paces. That man is dead. Sorry.
You're good. No, you're good. You're good. Very much settling in. And the one other thing that was looming amongst all of you is the uncertainty of when. You collectively don't know who amongst you or what killed that hairfolk. The scene as we enter it, the 5 of you standing there with 3 bodies. And I ask you, mind you, one of you is currently in shallow swamp water. 2 of you, I'm sorry, are currently in shallow swamp water with bodies in shallow swamp water. What would you like to do in this moment?
I know at least for Cash, he's gonna try to keep control of the snail and kind of make it a little easier for folks to pile stuff on, to use it kind of like a pack mule.
I'm checking something real quick. So, if it looks like the snail is still struggling, Arlo will try to bring this body here just a little bit closer so it's not sitting in the swamp water.
and then try to see if she can help Cash out with calming our large fellow down.
If you would like to roll a strength check to see whether or not you have success with the body, you are welcome to do so.
Oh, okay. Do. This is gonna go great. A 16. I'll take it.
Yeah, you, with relative success, are able to hoist the hare folk out of the water. Where would you like to
Dean-
place? Feel free on the screen if you would like to move it around. Where would you like to place? If you want to poke it, like poke the map, I can move the hare folk for you.
Let's see. For the theater of the mind's sake, are these like water lilies that are submerged
Yes.
or kind of above? Okay.
So you have a combination of both happening. You have a combination of both happening. I would say so. Arlo, remind me how tall you are.
You know, that's a good point. I need to remind myself.
Weren't you like 5'4"?
5'6", 66 inches. So yeah, she's about 5'6" or 165 centimeters for those that need the meters.
This water currently goes up to about your shins.
And the water lily itself, if there's one that's not submerged, does the Haragon look relatively heavy, or like they might sink? Because above game, some water lilies can actually hold the weight of a person. So basically,
I would say
so that she doesn't have to
for our
fight
purposes,
strength-wise.
I do think for our purposes, and this is may seem a little pun intended in the weeds. A cluster, and I'm gonna point a cluster like this and a cluster like this. If you have clusters that have quite a few water lilies, I will say yes. For a hare folk specifically, you get the sense that you might be able to hold it up. But with like one or two like this, or just one lone standing, that would not be sufficient.
Okay, so then for right now, she's going to put that Haragon as best as she can on top of the water lilies that are right below her down here. And she's going to do her best to try to avoid the little prickly spines around the rim. Yeah, they might already be deceased, but while she was mad, she's not just going to disrespect the dead. So she's going to try to put them on there.
Sure.
And then gently push it a little bit closer to Cash until we get to here on the lilies, basically, so that she doesn't have to fight water resistance herself. And then afterwards, you could check someone else if you wish, but she will offer to assist Cash with wrangling the snail.
Okay. I will say for the purposes of this, if you want to reposition your token, just for the visual, and then
Awesome.
Cash moving forward.
I guess here? Or no, here. That makes sense. Right next to him.
Yep. For the purposes of the current situation, we'll just say that you're receiving the help action, and we'll have advantage on the animal handling so long as Arlo is helping you.
Okay, let me get my feet up.
And I'm going to pan us over a little bit. Zenki,
Yes.
what are you doing in this moment?
Probably just he's probably just standing, trying to catch his breath from the fight, a little irritated still, mulling over what he just saw with the whole memories thing, but he's just kind of still just not in the best of moods or mindsets right now. It's not that he doesn't give a crap or anything. He's just whatever. We just kind of ended up here. We were supposed to just have a nice calm day. he's still just sore, so he's probably just gonna knowing him, he's probably just gonna make his way over here, just on more grassy terrain, out of the away from the water a bit.
Okay.
That's all I can really think up or muster up right at the moment for him.
Sure. BB.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up with BB
Yeah.
right now?
BB is doing his best to make sure that these hairs are stabilized, and I think he every so often is like looking up at Zenki and just like shooting a glare, like glancing daggers. It I don't think you need to roll to be able to tell that, like, when BB is kind of giving a death stare, he's like considering walking over to say something, and then he like shakes it off to give attention to the hair again because he feels like that's more important in the moment.
I will give the quick reminder that the two, excuse me, that are still alive were stabilized.
Yes, I know that they are stabilized. I
Okay.
think he's not the best medical professional, and
For
he's still
sure.
kind of
For
fussing
sure.
over them.
For sure. I just wanted to make sure that was. I feel like remembered is not the right word here, but it's all I got.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
totally. It's
absolutely,
appreciated.
absolutely. But yeah, no. I would say to that point, yeah, again, the hair folk is stabilized, breathing, unwell, obviously, but breathing for sure.
Okay, wonderful.
And Cardamom.
All right, so what Cardamom is doing is like she's not really even paying much attention to the hair folk. She is cleaning off the assorted bodily fluids and viscera that might have accumulated on her little hand axes, and cleaning them up real good before they go back into her pockets. And then she starts, like she was still soaking wet when the fight started. So she just starts, like, she's just wringing out her clothes as best as she can without, like, undressing or anything because it's mixed company. We don't want that. But she's just sort of grumbling to herself, she didn't get a chance to get myself back in the water. This is ridiculous. Ugh, stupid rabbits, stupid singing their little songs, not even answering any questions, just playing the games. Let me take away your joy. Let me take away everything. Fudge. I need a drink. That's basically it.
Yeah. With that, there are three of you that kind of seem like you're stewing in this moment. Cash and Arlo, you are able to successfully get I'm not, if I understand correctly, you are able to get the dead body onto the snail with no problem, and you are able to wrangle the snail. The snail now finally calming down, and it looks like if the two of you wanted to, for lack of a better word, man the snail, you could.
Okay. Hey, Cash, you good while I go help the others? While I go help the others kind of like gather the other two and put them on the snail? The
Yeah,
other two,
that's
Harrigan?
yeah. No, that's more or less what I was thinking. Just this guy's seems to kind of calm down a bit, so I'll just hang out here, make sure he don't go anywhere.
Alrighty. I mean, worst case scenario, if you want, you could maybe try to see if the big guy will move maybe to like here or there, so we don't have to go as far to like get the other two up there. Just be
Yeah, no,
careful. We don't want
I
to
can
hit
meet him
Zinky.
halfway.
And
Yeah,
Arlo will
halfway.
start walking off as best they can to like check on everyone and also help pick up the bodies.
Yeah, and Cash is gonna kind of try and meet folks halfway, but also try to give other folks like a quick glance once over. Probably not. Probably aren't gonna find anything in terms of valuable information.
So, just so that I understand correctly, what is it that you're looking for, Cash?
It's not so much really looking for anything, but just kind of surveying the scene to see what else kind of going on. I guess
Okay.
who's hurt, who's doing all the, or who's
Roll
hurt, who's
me.
licking the wounds, and so on.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and roll me an insight check. And I'm gonna say for Zenki, BB, and Cardi, your choice of deception if you're trying to hide what you're feeling, or persuasion if you are kind of being outward about it.
Okay, so just
Or actually,
Okay.
I'll add to this, or performance if you want to really exaggerate what you're doing.
okay, so just insight for right now.
Yep, for you, Cash. Yes.
All right.
Not bad.
That's a 10 for BB on persuasion.
And it's 22 on deception, or 18.
Natural actor.
And Cardi.
So just a moment. Okay, let me I apologize. What am I rolling again?
Well, it's your choice. You can either do
Cool.
deception if you're trying to hide how you're feeling, persuasion if you're trying to be obvious about it, and performance if you're really trying to exaggerate what you're feeling.
None of the above, really. She's just sort of just grumbling because she's grouchy.
You could do just for the sake of things, persuasion.
Okay.
There's a mechanical purpose behind this, I promise.
All right, sounds good.
She's giving off, I can't remember what Potch's wife was called in my first two groups.
Yeah.
I need to go wash something.
All right, hold on. Oh, I hit performance instead of persuasion.
And then you hit persuasion. No, you did hit persuasion on a 6.
Okay.
Amazing.
All right.
So, we'll start in lowest to highest on a 15
Okay.
insight. So, basically how this is operating is Cash is surveying not just the situation but also his people, right?
Mhm.
The 6 indicates to what extent against his insight he is able to read what's going on, right? So, Cardi,
Okay.
a 15 versus a 6, what does Cash garner from Cardamom?
That she's very grumpy, and that she didn't like the way she landed in the water, and that she didn't like that directly after she landed in the water, she had a bunch of rabbits talking smack at her, and that she had to go ahead and teach that rabbit a lesson, and didn't really want to do that right away, and just but she's not ready to say fuck.
Let Cardi say fuck.
On a
The F's are still loading.
You're right. On a 10 persuasion versus a 15 insight, what is Cash garner about BB?
BB is angry in a way that you have not seen yet, which is shocking given his display at the. Oh, you actually weren't there to see that. Yeah, so this certainly is a level of anger that you have not yet seen from BB. There is a lot of frustration, extremely plain, visible on his expression, and even in his movements a little bit. I think when he's trying to care for the hair, it's care for the hair, wonderful. He's being delicate, but whenever he's rifling through his bag or looking for something, the movements are kind of curt and stiff. And you do notice that he keeps glancing daggers over at Zenki.
Ooh. I was gonna wait till
Yeah.
we hear what
So
what I don't garner from,
Yeah,
or
so-
what I should say, what Zenki is wanting
Oh wait, are
me
you?
to see.
You're waiting on me?
well, I was about to explain. So in this case, because you rolled with deception and you succeeded, so an 18 surpasses a 15, which means, Zenki, I have to ask you, on a deception, what does Cash garner from Zenki? So instead of what Zenki's actually feeling, what do you want Cash to read off of Zenki?
Yeah, he's just probably just taking in everything. He is just there, but he doesn't probably look as pissed as Zenki actually is, or he's just kind of like here in the moment, just blasé.
Does he look
Whatever.
like he's zoning out?
A little, yeah, but he's just taking it in. Just here, just a bird that's here. But he's not happy. But it's not like he can't tell. He's not doesn't look mad. He doesn't look anything. He's just existing.
Okay. Okay, so should I move my token closer to like where Arlo and everybody's at?
Yeah, you can. You can move. Just keep in mind, you are, unless you let it go, you are attached to a snail. So you will need to mark for me, where you're. Obviously, move where you're gonna move, but where are you positioning snail?
I would say, let me. Wait, can I? I'm trying to remember what the little button actions are to. Yeah, I was gonna say right there. I'm really trying to remember what the
No, keep in
setting
mind.
was.
I will say
That
this.
lets me like do the little like circular, the little ping deal.
Oh, you just
Oh,
click
holding
and hold.
left click.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So it's longer than I thought it was. Okay.
Yeah. So like there.
No, I was just first. No, I'm sorry. If we can move it back, I was just clicking on wherever to see if it would actually work, or if my computer was doing something fucky.
No, yeah. I think it showed up.
Okay.
So, to that point, I do want to give a quick reminder as you guys are moving along. It does take 2 people to man the snail. So,
Okay.
while the snail, you could move him a little bit, you get the sense that you're really not going to make a lot of headway without a person holding the second set of reins.
Okay. Everybody okay?
Yeah, we're fine. Well, I'm fine.
Yeah, we know you're fine.
Jesus, you all right over there?
I mean, you didn't get hit by a thunder wave, so of course you would be fine.
All right. Look, that was an accident, and I'm sorry about that. I was heated up in the moment. I'm sure you can understand.
I
But-
actually can't understand because magic is something that needs to be wielded extremely responsibly. And BB's like standing up kind of stiff now, and he's looking over at Zenki, and he's not approaching quite yet, but he kind of looks like he might in a moment. And he goes, if you're going to wield something of that sort of strength and power, you need to be responsible about it.
All right, so at this point, Cardi decides that she's going to just ever so carefully just sort of stand between the 2 of them. Not like, not like in like, a fight breaking position, but just sort of block traffic, as it were. And she just looks up at Cass and says, been better. You got a towel?
Let's see. He's gonna take. He's gonna try and shrug off his coat real quick, kind of pass it on to Cardi.
You okay with me getting this soggy, right?
I mean, is it any soggier than it's gonna? Can't get much soggier than we are now.
Yeah, true that. And she just sort of as she's drying off, she just sort of just really brief eye contact with both Zenki and BB, like, just discuss this when we cool off. Like, without, like not really saying it out loud, but just sort of like trying to get the whole, like, just, just for the sake of it. Like, actually, no, maybe she will say it out loud. For the sake of things, let's just wait till we get someplace safe before we start discussing strategy, fellas. If that's all right with you. So we're not out in the open, making ourselves a target for more obnoxious rabbits or whatever.
Bibi, I think, gives you a look. And then he gives Zenki a look. And then he gives you a look again. And he kind of snorts out of his nostrils and they flare sort of the way a dragon's does for a moment. You kind of see his eye twitch.
Yeah.
And he just goes,
I know it's important.
Fine idea, Cardinal. I think it's a good plan.
I know it's important. But we got, you know how it is. Gotta act for the minute.
Zenki's kind of just standing like he's still pissed about everything that's happened, but he's very lackadaisical as we've seen from the last episode. But I don't think he wants to like incite any like sort of ill will. So he actually, for the first time throughout the whole campaign, he's feeling like less like proud or smug or anything. He's actually like, oh, I actually royally ticked somebody off. So he's kind of just like sitting there mulling over his thoughts a little now, but he's not gonna say much. He'll just nod and be like, okay, and then take a step back.
It is at this point where one of the two hair folks that is still alive twitches.
It was one of these two, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess, wait, which one?
What's your passive perception?
I think it was 13.
I was gonna say, so it was decent, so I knew this one.
Oh, shit. Sorry, my,
The southernmost
is
one. Southernmost one.
Okay. Okay.
You get the sense that the two of them are going to start waking up soon.
Okay. Oh, hang on a sec. I only have one, but I still got them manacles. At least try and get one of them cuffed a little bit. Probably just cuff them up front so they're not waking up with their hands behind their back.
You're still on the snail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got like my hands on the reins, but he's gonna like dig out of his bag and like pass it off to either Arlo or BB or whomever to like, hey, that one there's getting a little twitchy. We wanna make sure they ain't gonna try and split it or trying to split before we can get some answers.
That's a good point. But okay, let's see. Hey guys, yeah, I know things are heated right now, but Cash also makes a very good point. We should probably, at the very least, get these dudes restrained. They might be able to give us a little more information. I gotta stick with the snail buddy here. He's kind of our ride, but
And we'll pass off the rope to Net.
would you guys be cool with like wrapping up their hands or something in front of them at the very least? That way at least we can kind of keep a handle on the situation, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I
And
guess
once
I know
she-
what knots.
And once she passes off the rope, since she needs to stay with the snail, she's actually gonna swap and get to like this side of the snail, assuming that's where the other reins are, just to try to like keep a handle on things, unless they're in the front.
They are in the front.
Well then she will just stay where she was. Never mind.
Redacted.
Okay, so what is there anything in particular that I would have to do to to tie them up, or is it just considered to be like a common action that I wouldn't need to roll for?
Considering the fact that they are unconscious,
Mhm.
it is just more so a question of if you are taking rope, how much, and are you cutting it off?
Probably not going to cut it because we're going to need to use. We don't know whether we're going to need to use the full length of it later. So I guess just like maybe just tying one with one end of a rope and then attaching the other end of the rope to the reins on the snail.
Okay. And then are you doing that with both, or just
Yeah,
the
because
one?
I wasn't. I'm
Okay.
doing it. I'm doing it with both because I don't know which one of them twitched.
Are you using two different sets of rope, or are you using the same set of rope and tying them both to that rope and then to the snail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, the latter.
How many feet are between the two hairs and then one hair in the snail?
How long is the average length of rope?
50 feet.
50 feet. Okay, then let's have Okay, so the first hair, but then the second hair about 5 feet from that one. Assuming at least 1 foot of rope, 1 to 2 feet of rope is used per tie up. That would leave us with about, that's 50, so 50 minus 12 is going to be 38. I guess we would have a whole lot of slack on that, but I guess maybe just like 10 feet to the snail, and then just leave the rest sort of hanging.
Okay. Sounds good. So
Arlo's also going to make sure that gourd is put away in a not noticeable place on her person.
Okay. My question here is, are you guys planning on just staying here and waiting until they wake up then?
Are we going to interrogate them, or are we going to stay here and make sure they're okay? Are we beating a hasty retreat? We need to make a plan here kind of quick.
Well, I mean, do we want to stay here in the swamp?
I don't.
I don't
Probably
either,
not.
really. So
Yeah, preferably.
why don't we let the snail here lead us back to civilization or whatever? Because they probably know where they're meant to be.
Sounds like as good a plan as any. And I think BB, looking a little bit more weary than he has, makes his way over to the snail, and maybe is helping wrangle it, or like, is there a saddle on it?
There is a saddle. There is a saddle on it.
Is there only space for one person on the saddle? How big is it?
It's about the same as what you saw at the carnival. So there's one saddle.
And Cash is in it, right?
No, Cash is in front of the snail, holding the reins.
Oh, this entire time I thought he was on it.
Nope. He is holding the reins out front.
BB looks at the saddle and then looks at Cash and goes, "Well, I guess I should be the one to take the saddle since I am the reigning snail racing champion, so..."
He's just gonna kind of chuckle a little bit, snort a bit, just gonna, not to say humor him, but, after all the shit that's been kind of going on today, he's just gonna kind of let it roll off.
DM, can I make a suggestion here?
Yes.
Trinket, if you want to, I think Cash notices enough of something weird about that comment that you could insight if you wanted to.
Oh, well. Just out of personal curiosity.
12.
I think I would do this. Wow, okay, never mind.
Damn.
I think that's to Clary's chagrin, because I did not.
I was gonna say,
I want BB to look plain.
I also want, like, if you determine that in this specific instance, since you've called it, if you do not believe that a contested roll is necessary, you do not have to contest it. You can just tell in this case, it could be how much information could Cash garner on a 12, rather than it be a
I think
contested.
Okay, thank you, because I think a 12 is honestly enough given this state of affairs. There's like a little bit of desperation. There's a little hint of desperation in his voice when he says that, and like there's like something about his eyes looks a little bit like, I don't want to say manic, but like wild, in a way where the comment is like grasping at like normalcy a little bit too frantically, you know?
No, that is entirely valid. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think you catch a hint of that as BB kind of like saunters past you to like hop into the saddle of the snail.
Yeah. If he needs help, I can offer help, kind of give him a boost, make sure he's up on there.
He will need a boost.
He needs a booster in the seat.
Does he need uppies?
He needs the little Angie baby needs uppies. It's true. When the barbarian in the party needs uppies.
Incredible. Incredible. I'm gonna say, for the sake of things, by the way, you don't need to roll for that.
To crit
So-
fail, I fall and get crushed by a snail.
Cash just yeets him up and just sails ass over tit onto the other side of the snail.
You do a dex attack roll and he just goes flying into the ether.
Yeah, I like you said like Cash just flips him over, and I imagine like Team Rocket's flying off again, like they're just flying in the sky.
And BB is back on the bridge.
I'm back in the fucking building again.
That's gonna be it for BB. I think once BB is comfortably in the saddle, he's gonna be holding the reins, and he's just gonna be waiting for the go ahead to like get this thing moving. But I think he looks pretty content with being silent for the moment.
Fair enough. So with BB then on the actual oh my god, what is the word for it? It's the seat board, or what is it called? And it's on carriages, I should say.
The snail saddle, or snaddle.
The snaddle. Yeah. Once he's like up on the saddle, and like, would he still need my grip on the reins to keep control of the snail, or
No. If
Is
someone is
his-
riding the snail, a grip is not needed. But if no one is actually riding the snail, then you need two people directing, essentially.
okay? So he's not gonna go far from the snail in case like something happens that like spooks it and he needs help getting recontrol of it. You can at least like quick snatch at the other set of reins.
Mm-hmm.
And so, remind me, what did we rope, or we tied up the two, kind of coming to hair folk that are still alive. Did we just kind of like throw them up on the side of or throw them up over top of the snail, or
Yep.
are we like trying to? Okay, I just wasn't
Yeah.
sure. God, I think I missed what we were planning on doing with that.
Yeah, the dead body is currently draped over the snail.
Yeah, there's a dead body, but I mean more kind of the unconscious ones. That
The
also...
unconscious ones are just hooked up to the reins, basically.
Okay.
Should we try to wake him up?
I can at least, well, yeah, if we get going, or yeah, let's wake them up, and then we can actually get going. They can kind of decide how much they want to tell us on the way home.
You see the two of them slowly start to move and groan amongst themselves before one of them tries to sit up and notices that its hands are bound, and it immediately takes a startled, like, stance on the ground, doesn't fully stand up, just like, oh God, oh God, oh God.
Hey, settle down.
Well, how am I supposed to settle down when you're all up there and my hands, I can't use my hands.
He's gonna.
Can't
Okay,
go nowhere.
Cash is gonna kind of crouch down, preferably out of kicking range.
Do you want to position yourself on the map so I can see you?
Yeah, yeah. Let me see here. Oh, heck, I'm using my. Okay, I'm just gonna. Wait, would that be the right spot?
You're about 10 feet away from the hair.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
Yeah, he's right there. He looks terrified.
He's gonna kind of crouch down again, preferably just outside of kicking range. Kind of gives a quick glance at the guy's feet, them stompies. Like, hey, all right, so we didn't mean to do all of that. You should know, though, that trying to, God, I'm rusty at this. All right, so you're gonna need to start talking.
Talking? I feel like
If you
the
wanna-
time for talking is past. Y'all came out guns blazing. What's a gun? You came out arrows blazing.
Well, you tell me something. What is the natural response going to be when a group of hares show up out of the fog and come tell us, give us your joy, or face the consequences?
Well, yeah, you give us the joy. That's what you're supposed to do.
Well, unfortunately, this must be your first time being highway hares, so
No. You all's just the first kind of groups that puts up a fight.
well, unfortunately, this is going to be first lesson in the School of Hard Knocks. Sometimes prey bites back.
Yeah, life's a place of learning.
Well, if I'm supposed to learn, I don't like what I'm learning. And it ain't from you guys. We were just doing our job.
Okay, and what job is that?
Getting joy.
But wait.
For you or for who?
Yeah, because
For a
bandits
boss.
don't. Ah. Because I was about to say, bandits don't usually have a job. So who's your boss?
Well, did you not hear our song?
We heard your song, but let's just assume we were perhaps a little too mad with the circumstances to get all the details.
That
So
sounds like a personal problem.
And Cash is gonna be like, and this sounds like a personal problem too. And he kind of points to the bindings.
You guys are gonna hear like Arlo's eye like squeak as it squints a bit.
would you like to go back to sleep?
I don't think you want my answer to that, Miss Ma'am.
Ew.
Because I liked that dream better than whatever this is.
If you didn't
And
want to
you-
wake up during the afternoon, you might want to start talking.
I did talk! This is for the boss! This is our job!
And what's Longscarf doing with all the joy, huh?
I don't know! You gotta ask Longscarf!
Well then,
Then you're gonna have to start leading the way.
No, I can't. Nope.
Nope, not doing that. Nope.
You don't want to go back to your camp? You don't want to go back to the rest of your friends?
I don't want to face the consequences. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I mean, the rest of your group literally ran off from us and left you here.
Yep.
We, quite frankly, intended to just bring you there because we're not evil.
Yeah, you don't.
But
You don't. Nope. I don't. Mm-mm. How do I know you won't just do it again?
Well,
Because
maybe
you
try not to
don't-
steal joy from us.
Points to Cardi immediately.
Well, you don't understand. You don't understand. It's worse if you don't bring the joy.
And what are the consequences? For
I don't want to
y'all
imagine
not
those.
bringing
No,
back?
sir. Mm-mm. Nope. I don't want to
Okay, so
imagine
you've
those,
never-
sir.
So you've never had these consequences doled
No,
out?
because we've always
None.
had joy.
So what makes you think that there's any actual bite behind those words?
Because
Kind of.
I've heard things. I've heard terrible
You've heard.
things.
You've heard things.
I've seen them in the water.
See, that's what we call hearsay.
Oh,
That's a mighty good pun, sir. But you underestimate the eyes in
Good
the
night,
water.
everybody.
Eyes. All right, we ain't seen the eyes yet. What eyes are we talking about?
They're eyes. You'll know 'em when you see them.
And how do these eyes have anything to do with whatever
They're
punishment you
hers.
lost?
hers?
Hers. The one who owns the place.
long
Well.
scarves?
No, ma'am.
No, he was the prince, the prince of thieves or whatever. So then I suppose this means we got to go ahead and meet the proprietress of this joint, huh?
I mean, that's up to you if that's something you want to go do. I wouldn't do it if I was you, ma'am.
Well, I just sort of wound up here, and I wasn't expecting to land tushy over tea kettle in the water and have to fight off a bunch of raging rabbits, if you don't mind the term. And I think maybe figuring out where we're at and who we can talk to might be a pretty good thing to get going, and also maybe get a shower.
I mean, we just won, but we were gonna bleed you black and blue, ma'am. But we weren't gonna do any points to the hair that's currently dead. We wasn't gonna do that.
I mean, quite frankly, beating somebody black and blue, also potentially lead to that up there.
No, ma'am, I ain't
So-
killed no one, so. No, ma'am, I never killed no one, so.
Just because you haven't doesn't mean it's not possible.
You think I can kill you?
I mean,
If you
There's a
believe
lot
in
of
yourself
things.
and you
There's a
try
lot of
hard
things
enough,
that
I'm
can
sure you could do anything.
No,
You know,
ma'am, I ain't no
yeah.
long scarf. No, ma'am. Mm-mm.
so Long Scarf has killed somebody.
That I don't know, ma'am.
All right, so, oh, sorry, Cash, you go ahead.
Okay, so what I'm understanding is this long scarf is your supervisor, basically.
He's
But
a
above
boss,
him
yeah.
is this. But he answers to somebody else. This lady with eyes in the water. Is that how I'm supposed to understand this, or
Yes, sir.
okay?
Fantastic. All right, then.
So-
I guess take us to your middle manager, then.
No, ma'am.
All right, so about this.
Are you wanting to
Truth be
snail back
told-
or not?
Truth be told, we were just gonna drop you off back wherever you had your camp with the snail, because the snail isn't ours. We were just gonna take you there and drop you off and give everything back to you, because we're not trying to steal from you. We just got here. We don't know the rules about this place. Can you at least tell us where we are?
Heather.
Heather?
Heather.
Please tell
Heather.
me your next response is not about to be and thither.
No, I don't know nothing about no tither.
Okay. So that hither is the name of this place that she controls?
He shrugs.
Like Arlo again, you guys just hear it? Of the eye squint.
I don't want to have to do this again. I don't want to have to do this again.
And like she's just muttering to herself and just kind of goes quiet as far as like talking to the Haragon. She's pondering a thing. She has an idea. She doesn't want to do it again though.
You know what, fair? I mean, well, actually, hang on a second. Miss Satine, you were able to talk to that dragonfly a bit back. Can you do that with... He kind of nods over towards the snail and sort of cut out the middleman.
I could try. I think our...
Since they don't seem to be all that chatty right now.
I could try, but I mean, I think the snail is kind of friendly. It's weird. I didn't so much as talk to the dragonfly as I kind of like calmed it down a bit. Since the snail's already calm, I mean, I don't know what else more that would do, but
Looks at the hairs.
I could potentially maybe get us to where they're trying to go, but I'd need all of you to take several steps back.
Yeah, she's gonna understandably let the reins, or I guess pass the reins over to Arlo.
I thought
And then-
BB had the reins.
Oh, right.
BB had the
Should we
reins.
down?
Arlo was just holding the other set that had
Yeah.
been mentioned earlier.
BB
Yeah,
would
Cash
have
has
needed
like the extra
both.
set of reins. Ah, okay. So never mind.
Gotcha,
then.
that'd be fine.
So yeah, Cash is gonna move. It's gonna motion towards BB in case he needs like help down to help get out of range.
BB just shrugs and nods in the negative, and then just kind of hops down from the side of the snail.
I will ask that you all actually position yourself on the map if you are trying to get a distance away, so I know where you are.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
'cause-
how far away do you want us?
So in character, she's going to. Well, actually, first I should ask. So Saris, each square is how many?
It's 5
Each
feet.
square is.
5
Okay,
feet.
sorry. I just saw Cardamom just go several feet away.
Absolute yeet.
Okay, so each square is 5 feet. Cool. So then in character, she'd be like,
like you anywhere beyond like this point here should be kind of fine.
as she like points to like the back tail end of the snail.
Just I need about that much space kind of on all sides.
Yeah, he's gonna try. He's gonna more or less use the snail for cover.
Got you.
Yeah, no, Cardi's just like, yeah, I'm giving you plenty of clearance. Apparently, there was some issues before with clearance. They got plenty of clearance. Go for it. It's fine.
And she's just gonna kind of sigh and look at the Haragon. She's not in any sort of threatening like pose. And she's just gonna sigh, shrug, put her hands up, and then slowly put them down. Just
Look, guys, we've all had a long day. Can you just take us to at least towards where like camp is or the edges? We all can rest. Maybe figure this out. Hash things over.
She's attempting to charm them.
Okay. What is the spell save DC?
Zip zop zoobity bop. 14?
They both pass.
Well, shit. Cool. And if she doesn't, does she see any reaction?
No, yeah, I was gonna say, and the one looks at you and goes, "No, ma'am, no, ma'am,
Serious question. What about the snail?
What about the snail? The snail is currently sitting there, but it is currently unmanned.
Yes, what I mean is since it's within range and she doesn't get to control the effect of who it goes on, it's just a 10-foot like cube near her just to make sure.
They all pass.
Okay, the snail passed as well. Cool, awesome. All right. Looks over to the others.
I think you're all good to come back in if you want, but I don't think we're gonna get where we want to go with these guys unless you have some other bright ideas.
I mean, I'm content to wander for as long as they feel like, for as long as they feel like. I feel like we've got plenty of rations. Whether or
We
not
have plenty
they're
of
willing to-
rations.
whether or not we are willing to share for information, that's another discussion.
Can I? Sarah, this might be retroactive, but is there anything Arlo could do to just physically assess how BB is looking? It relates to what Cash just said.
Are you referring to emotional or physical?
Physically, knowing that they apparently took a hit, just physically how they
you
are
can do
are
a medicine
looking.
check.
Okay. Because that would affect how she responds. Boop, 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 boop. A 10.
I will permit, from a 10, BB, you can share a description, but not the actual HP.
It sounds good to me. I think you notice that there is like. Can you remind me what sort of damage I took when was it just from the blunt?
Yeah.
It was the force damage, right?
Yeah, because none of the hairs got a chance to even swing. So all of the damage that was done was friendly fire.
Yeah, I think you're noticing like there's no cuts or anything. But I think you see like BB is like he's walking a little weird, like he's kind of favoring an ankle a little bit more, like he's favoring one side more than the other. And like the horns at the top of his head look a little bit like noticeably scuffed. And you're noticing that there's like maybe a bruise on his cheek that's starting to form. But aside from that, I think that's kind of all you would catch.
Gotcha. So then with that knowledge, in response to Cash saying we're good on rations and whether or not we'd share.
Yeah, but in all honesty, it's not the part that I'm concerned about. We've kind of been at it for hell, who knows how long by now? And while we're kind of built different, I think everyone else could probably use a moment. So, alright then. Y'all won't tell us where your camp is or where you're going back to. We're not you, so Like I said, we're not going to try to steal from you at this point. I'll hold you against your will. If the others are cool with you running off, then I'm fine with it. We'll probably end up holding on to the snail, though, at the very least for the inconvenience. Could you at least tell us where to find the next nearest village or town? Like point in a direction?
Town.
Or village, like, little caravan space of sorts.
Well, even some kind of hamlet, and he kind of looks over just how much water is everywhere.
Just some sort of civilization. Just point us towards civilization.
What does that mean? What is that big word? The one she just used.
Cash is-
Points at Cardi.
Cash is gonna kind of blink a bit, like,
Places
huh?
people live.
You don't have any kind of settlements or anything, or...
Oh my god, we're in the boonies.
What are the boonies?
Apparently out here.
Well, this is Heather.
I'm alright. Well, where do people typically live in Heather?
He just kind of shifts his gaze back and forth. Anxiously. Even without an insight check, you get the sense he doesn't know how to answer your question.
Oh, honey.
So, put another way. You know how you said that you got that your fellow hares and kin and bandits and such have some place that they go, and that's where they hole up essentially?
I didn't say nothing like that. I said we's got a job and a boss.
You don't have any
You know
kind of
what?
headquarters? Or...
Valid.
He kind of looks anxiously at you. I mean, we got where the boss is at, but
You talking about the head, like the head honcho, or are you talking about your
Boss.
supervisor?
Boss man. Long scarf.
So, you know what? You're right. You did never say that. If I word it another way, is there a place that you and yours go to rest, to sleep for a bit, before you wake up to go collect joy from people?
Give me like 2 seconds.
You're good. She is trying to essentially, like...
Oh, I know what you're trying to
function.
do. I understand what you're
Cool.
trying to do.
Okay, cool.
The kicker
Because
is...
big words are not gonna help.
The kicker is... You got a bit of a problem here.
Oh, I bet.
Okay. I mean, we got a stump.
Okay.
We got a stump. Is that what you mean?
A stump? Do you mean like a really large tree stump
Yeah.
where all of you sleep?
Yeah.
Is it like a tree stump that's as big or as wide as
Points up to the bridge.
like that up there? That
He looks at his hands and he looks at you and goes, "I can't show you, ma'am."
Oh, that's why she points. So like she points up to the bridge that's like behind them and
Yeah,
is like
I understand.
as big as that. Oh.
I understand. He looks at his hands and he looks at you and he says, I can't show you, ma'am.
Looks to the others.
How do you feel about us taking these off?
I mean, I don't think they're going to cause any trouble.
At this point, I would think we've put a little bit of sense in them to think twice about that. They're willing. They're able to go.
It's probably fine, right? I agree with Cash. They probably aren't going to try much.
Yeah.
If they're wanting the snail back, that's again another story. We can exchange it for a little bit of cooperation.
I don't think they have any information to give. I don't think there's an awful lot in those cute little bunny rabbit heads of theirs.
Fair enough.
Looks at the hairs.
So, think you can give us a bit of a reassurance that if we take these off you're not gonna try to start stealing stuff from us again?
I can't.
You at least want to let your you want to let the that long scarf then at least know that he's got a position open in his ranks and he's gonna point up towards the one that's not alive anymore.
I gotta tell him more than that, sir. We can't steal joy no more.
What? Were they the only one that could actually steal joy?
Yeah. They was the ones that had the means. Without the means, we can't steal joy, so we can't do our job no more.
Is that just a spell, or is that something to do with the equipment that he had on hand?
Arlo would be looking at Cash so hard, like, don't say it, don't say it, don't say it.
Roll me a deception check, Arlo.
Oh, Lord. Will do. Oh, button. There we go.
Oh.
11. Uh-oh.
Meets it, beats it. You know something. You know something. Something happened. You know something.
Yeah, I know that your friend over there is now deceased.
You know
And
about
we
how we steal joy, don't you?
How you...
Really
So-
big tweezers.
So she's... how to word this?
How you steal joy? Well, to be fair, you didn't exactly tell us how you steal it. So,
Well, yeah, 'cause we couldn't steal it from you.
right, but like that's my point. You said that we know how you steal joy, but that would require us knowing how you steal it. And like I said, we just got here.
You just shot him a
That-
look. You know something. I don't know what you know, but you know something. Saw it in your eyes.
Much like you know how to get to the person that we need to speak to. But you won't tell us.
That's fair. But then you know why we can't steal joy. We can't.
No,
Guys,
I don't know why.
I just look. This really isn't getting us anywhere any faster. Can we like go back to like direct force here? I think threats might. I think more threats of violence might work. I think I'm ready to do more threats of violence. I think we can do more threats of violence here.
Cash isn't laughing, but this is just. I love just how just slowly seeing the wick of Cardi's patience just slowly burning away.
She's a busy lady. She's got a lot of things to do today.
Are you sure she doesn't multi-class into barbarian? Like,
Well, I mean, not yet. She's still too low level to multi-class, but you know.
Arlo heard Cardi and understands, but she hasn't broken eye contact with their would-be bandits here for a very specific reason.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, she does not know what is in that gourd. And she does not know that that's what they're using to steal. So she's like,
Still technically telling the truth.
yeah, she knows something. She knows that there's an item that was found, but she has no idea what that item is or does. And in that look, in their response, they've told her now what it does, but hasn't explained how it does it. So she's just not giving an inch.
Well, since you won't let me point to how big the stump is, and you won't let me do anything else, we got two options. You can either let us go, because again, we can't, it's not like we can steal joy no more, so it's not even like I got a job anymore. Or he kind of gestures to Cardamom. We can do this the hard way. I don't want to, but we could do this the hard way.
Look, I mean, first off, I actually didn't mind taking the ropes off your hands or the cuffs. The only thing I said was, if we did that, could you at least in this moment assure us that you were not gonna just attack us?
You didn't ask
So that
that.
you could
You said steal, and I told you I can't steal no joy no more. You said to promise not that we wouldn't steal. I can't steal. It's not even about promising. I can't steal from you. And if you don't believe me, that's your problem.
All right. Well, since it's a matter of,
And I will say above game, this is her saying this to the bandit. This is not me saying it.
if it's a matter of specifics, then I will rephrase this. We would like to take the ropes off your hands. We just don't want to be attacked when we do.
You think I'm
want to
that
be able to-
stupid?
I mean, I don't know. You yet again decided to tell us that you were gonna steal our joy from us somehow.
But that
as
was
soon as
before
we
you
met
killed
you.
off you. That was before you killed them. He gestures to the dead hair folk.
Yeah, because again, where we're from, someone threatening to rob you is not cool. So if
And they generally tend to follow it up with lethal force if you don't cooperate.
Well, this is
also
Heather.
that,
This is Heather. I don't know where y'all's is from. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing. Either you're
And
gonna
so
let me out, or I'm gonna make myself out, and those are your two options. What do you want to do?
BB,
and so that.
may I interject?
Oh, go. Absolutely.
I think BB has like slowly crept up like on the situation and kind of comes up like behind the two of them conducting the interrogation, and just looks at the hair and goes, looks at the hair and then looks at the one that's dead, and then looks back and goes, your actions towards us were untoward, and the violence was earned, I would say. But that does not excuse that we paid back in unequal measure. And you have our assurance that we are not violent people. This is not something we would have jumped to doing had we not been attacked first. And even upon being attacked, this is not something I think any of us really wanted to resort to. We're strangers from a strange land, yes. We are a bit confused. We are tired. We are weary. You caught us off guards, of sorts, and tried to take something from us in a way that we did not comprehend was possible. So excuse us if the response was a bit drastic. We do not mean you harm. We really are just confused and trying to find somewhere safe for shelter, maybe some comfort from kindred souls, food.
I can't take you to the big stump. That upset the boss. But I think we
How
have
though?
a bit of a problem. Is what you're asking for. I don't know where you're gonna find that. Them's the truth. I don't know where you're gonna find what you're looking for.
You don't have any of that in your little stump.
I ain't sharing you the stump. That make the boss mad. The fact
Phoebe
I
just
told
kind
you
of
about
like
the stump already is bad enough.
Phoebe just kind of like falls back on his ass and is just like looking at the ground, kind of like nodding a bit, and just looks over at Arlo and is like, just untie them. I don't think they mean us any harm, and I really don't think that they can take us anywhere helpful.
Yeah, that's about where I am.
And if no one stops her, she will just untie him
Okay.
and
At this
give
point, the
Cash back his
only-
cuffs.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I can think is that they're either gonna have to decide to wander for the rest, for however long they feel like, or they can own up like big kids to making a mistake.
A mistake,
But
sir, implies a lack of understanding.
yeah, and there's a lot of mistakes that can be made because we don't understand the kind of risks we're sticking our necks out for.
I think our biggest mistake was running into you folks.
Fair point.
I think so too.
I'd argue your biggest mistake was threatening the robbers to begin with.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Nope. That was no mistake. And it won't be a mistake. Well, I think we're done here. You think we're done here? Yeah. I think we're done. I think we're done here. I think we're done here. And the two of them are going to run. They're going to full on dash away from you.
Yeah, that one checks out.
Mm-hmm.
Can we see which direction they go in generally?
Nope. Because the fog is way too thick.
Cardi is
Alright,
going to lie
guys.
down on the ground and just look at the sky. This sucks.
Well, we at least have a mount. As long as we're still nice to it, I suppose.
Yeah, and
So,
I guess we got a vague destination of Stump, which we're out in the sticks. Stumps are everywhere.
I'm not even sure going to this stump is going to do much for. What are we going to do? Rout a gang of bandits that seem like they're just trying to. Sure, they were stealing something quite precious to us, but I don't know. They kind of. Forgive me for empathizing potentially, but they kind of seemed like they were just trying to get by.
Unfortunately, it seems like they got a bit of pressure from overhead. It's unfortunate that that overhead that is that much of a threat to them that they're gonna be super tight-lipped about any kind of help.
But here's the thing, though. Do we even think that what they're doing might be linked to the carnival and what's been going on there?
honestly, Cody, I don't think I'll put it this way, what we know or supposedly know, because we don't really know much at this point, what the bosses led us to presume about what's happening at the carnival in relation to what's happening here. Yeah, think the folks here, or at least the hairs that we spoke to, even understand what's happening. So, I don't.
Go ahead. I'm just saying I agree completely with you.
Yeah, the stump was more of just like a starting point, so to speak, of civilization. But I 100% agree as well, BB. I don't think we're gonna find anything there. Um,
The only thing I
but
can think, I guess the only thing I could think of that we would want to go to this dump for be to give back their dead for whatever they need to do for their departed.
that's what I was hoping for as well. Just generally, it was just to return their stuff to them and return their dead. But notably, they left their dead behind. All of them left their dead behind. It seems like much honor among thieves.
Can't say that I'm surprised or that I've not seen it before.
Well, we could all. I mean, they know if we leave it here, if we leave the body here, they'll know where we were. They could always come back for it.
I think
Because it sure beats lugging a corpse around.
I was gonna say let's find them somewhere to, at least somewhere that's noticeable once the fog kind of lifts of some kind.
I
I'm
agree.
gonna kind of point to at least some kind of flat section of rock.
Unfortunately, you get the sense that that rock that you just pointed at, you're not going to be able to do that because of the way that it's slanted.
Okay.
And a lot of the bigger rocks in this area are very similar. They are big, they're jutted upward, and you would have to climb to get up there.
Why don't we carry the body along with us just for now, until we are in less foggy, swampy conditions, however long that may be.
Well, that's just it. Does the fog even lift around here?
Well, we won't know until we start moving, in all honesty. At the very least, we could try to look for where it seems like it becomes less swamp and more mud, and that would at least let us know we're getting possibly to firmer ground. But
I would love
Oh, yes.
the folks who did check over the lookout last episode to roll me a history check.
Because all I remember is that there was immense fog and we couldn't see for a while, but we heard something go off, like a
Is
bomb
something
or an air balloon go off.
Roll me a history check if you were one of the folks that
Oops.
decided to look out over.
Misclicked. Ignore that.
I'm trying to remember if I'm really trying to remember if I did that.
Cash, you were not one of them. I don't.
Okay.
Was Zenki one of them?
Yes, Senki was one of them.
Yeah.
Arlo was one of them.
I think I failed that check.
Oh.
Thank you, Zenki. Thank you. Use a real one.
3 from Arlo, a 17 from Zenki, and the last one was BB.
I wasn't sure if I had or not. Thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
And this is history.
Yep.
Hey.
17.
Oh.
There was fog as far as the eye could see. You could not see anything over, like, the bridge bridge is above the fog, right? You were looking out over the horizon and it was just a thick fog. And the other thing that y'all saw, and I remember Cardi did see this too, was a hot air balloon crashing into a tower. Zenki and Bibi, you would remember the blanket of fog and the tower.
I almost forgot about that.
Well, I guess that's as good a place to start as any, maybe?
Guess so.
Well,
And honestly,
what's
honestly,
as
who
good a
knows?
place to start? Huh?
Oh, true. Yeah. What was it? You were.
Oh, there was a balloon that crashed into a tower. I think it was in what bearing is it from us currently, Saris?
I am so glad you asked, because now I have an excuse to take you to the map.
What?
Ooh.
Zyme remembered this incident. Arlo did not.
It's
So-
a new map.
Map is
And we're
blank.
right in the middle of it.
Map is blank, but you should be able to find yourselves. Unless
Yes.
unless I did this wrong, unless I messed this up
No.
spectacularly.
I can see at least my token, the snail, and like the area around us.
Right.
But that's
I can see BB, a portion of Cardi, and a portion of Zinky, and everything else is shrouded in the mists.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
I see Arlo, BB, Cash, and something.
I
Something.
just
It's probably a snail.
illuminated something on the map.
Zooming out. Ah, okay.
That, though it is difficult to see, is the slanty tower. It is
Cool.
slanted, very, very leaning Tower of Pisa style, tilted to your what would be the direction of the east. No, I'm sorry, west. West. It would be tilting to the west.
It's tilting to the west, but is to our east?
Yes,
Okay.
that's what I meant to say. Thank you.
Oh no, I was just making sure I understood.
Yes. Where again, that should be illuminated on the map.
Yeah.
Well,
And with
hold
that,
on though.
All the way over
Actually,
there.
Cash was just gonna kind of think of something. They mentioned a stump. If they're, they didn't seem to know quite a lot about much outside of Steel and Joy. So, you think they're mistaking the tower? Just assume it's like a big stone stump.
Nah, I honestly feel like they're just not to insult their intelligence, but I feel like they are relatively simple. They were given a job, they do the job, they live in a spot, that's where they sleep.
No, that's fair.
But at the very least, if you guys,
Looking to BB and Zinky, if you guys make a great point that there was that explosion that we witnessed, um, we could start heading in that general direction, I guess. At least we have a mount. We don't have to walk the whole way.
It feels like the only option we have, really.
Mm. Um, Baby, by the way, do you want to sit up there, take a load off saddle wise, or like rest behind it? Looks like you could use a little bit of rest as we're traveling. I can keep an eye out for the most part.
Yes, I think I would appreciate being off my feet for a little bit. Thank you.
Sure thing.
Catch is gonna kind of help him back up into the saddle.
Uppies.
Uppy.
Did somebody say? Did somebody say? Oh, and he kind of like casts his eyes out. I just need a little bit of help. That's it.
She's the same size he is. She would ask for uppies.
One of us is self-conscious about it. One of us is not. We are the two sphinxes who block the way.
Actually, that's a good point. If there's space for both BB and Cardamom, it might be a good idea for both of them to be up there, because if the water was up to Arlo's shins, it's probably up to Cardi's shoulder.
It's
Or up to
it's
like her chest.
At least around the waist.
It would be around waist height.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, remind me, I know Cardamom is considered small. Is BB also considered small?
Yup.
You could try to fit two small creatures on a medium saddle.
Hell yeah.
All right, here we go, uppies.
Gonna help her up too.
Yep.
Okay. For the sake of things,
All right.
I'm gonna do something a little different for now. So bear with me. I am going to move BB and Cardi's token temporarily to the GM layer. And I'm going to give you control of the large snail to track your movement. Now, should combat arise, I will give you your tokens back. Oh, it won't let me give you control of the snail. That's very interesting. Okay. Well, you just let me know where you want the snail to go, and I'll put the snail.
The snail will not be contained.
You've ripped my eyes from my head, dear.
Oh,
DM.
have I
can
done
see
that? Have I
nothing.
done that?
I
Give me
can
a
see
second.
nothing. Everything. Why is everything obscured? Where did
Listen,
my eyes go?
In my defense, I'm learning how to do this. I'm learning how this works. My bad.
God,
My
why
bad.
have you smote
My
me?
bad. My bad. My bad. Mistakes were made.
I'm kidding. You're good. You're fine.
Also, Saris, I'm gonna send you a message real quick. But
Ominous.
yeah.
Oh wait,
is-
would
No,
it make more
it's
sense
good, it's
to
good.
move? Would it make more sense to move the snail to our layer?
It is at your layer. I just can't give you
Oh.
control over it.
Oh, okay, I wasn't sure if there was like
It's a
specific way to-
pre-setup of the module, and I didn't realize it until I tried to go and give you control over the snail. I cannot give you control over the snail. So we're
Rip.
just gonna roll with this so that you guys have your sight. And I will just.
I
simply
trust you
put
to
this-
drive the snail. It's fine.
Yeah, I will put the snail where I need to. You just let me know where you. But this will mean that the two of you will have to be together, basically.
Okay.
The other thing I am gonna let you know before we will go to a break here shortly. But before I do that, I do want to give you this information because I think it is really important and really relevant to what we're doing right now. if my phone would open the stat block. There we go. You have a speed of 10 with the giant snail.
Honestly though, not bad.
I mean,
Not great.
considering we're in waist deep water.
And it was already difficult terrain to begin with. I mean,
I was gonna say we wouldn't be going, or at least the taller folks wouldn't be going a whole lot faster anyway, just because it's like what, half speed at difficult.
Correct.
Okay, so yeah. So it's not like we can't just keep at pace with the snail.
Mm-hmm. With that, I think this is where we're going to call for a break.
Okay.
Oakley dokley.
Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna mute and take off the headphones real quick.
I'm going to mute because it's ice cream time and y'all don't need to hear that.
Fair enough.
Tear that ice cream up.
I might go get a muffin, but I'm also trying not to look at chat because if I look at the window that has chat, I will see the map.
Mm-hmm. All right. BRB.
Okay.
Also, thank you for that reminder. Let me fix that.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
I was like, I feel like this isn't right. I feel like this isn't right, but I could not place the why. So the fact that you were like, hey, I'm like, yes. So I was right. I was right that I was forgetting something. I just did not remember what the thing was.
Oh, the thing regarding
Yeah.
words.
Yeah, what
words.
you
The
just
thing
whispered.
regarding chat. Me.
Oh no, what you
okay.
just whispered to me. Hi, does this help?
Oh shit! It sure fucking do. Because I was like, so depending on what she ends up doing in character, I don't know if this applies to that because we haven't activated anything to assess the stuff around us.
Sure.
So I don't know what it counts as.
So here's the other thing I will tell you, right, is that there is some obscurity here. So I'm gonna hide some things really quickly because I simply forgot your range of sight. Because the fog is obscuring some of your vision, but a lot of the more, shall we say, major landmarks have a bit more visibility.
Gotcha.
So
basically, she can see, just not see very well.
Right, correct. Because fog is gonna obscure your vision anyway, right? So it's not that you can't see. It's not like you are completely blind like everybody else is. It truly is a thing of like, I am inhibited.
Right. Goody.
But
so
yeah.
now she will be a tad more useful in this circumstance.
Yes.
Thank you.
The alternative here as well, which I'm still learning how to use this, but if I can figure out how to make it work, I do believe I can figure out how to light source. If you guys light source.
Got you.
So.
Well, no worries. That would also probably be a if that's something you wanted to do for next time or later. That way you don't have to feel like you got to figure all that out right now.
I mean, that's up to you guys. If you guys decide, nah, fuck it, we ball, we're going into the dark, that's up to you.
Well, I'm also just like, given time,
I
wouldn't want to eat up your time trying to do that.
I appreciate it. However, this truly is a situation of like, no, unfortunately, if I am learning on the fly, I am learning on the fly. This is, how do I put this? For my attitude when it comes to running this game, there is a level of experimentation that is coming from this game because I'm trying to learn how to run the system better, basically. Not to say that I don't, right? But like a bit of transparency. One of the reasons why I wanted to run this game was not only for it to be a possible opportunity for folks who have never really had a chance to play, to be able to play and learn how to play the game, right? But also for me to reacquaint myself with the system, because between you and me, I have not run a Dungeons and Dragons module proper since I think it was like 2021.
No, that's valid.
Right. So
like 100%.
So this was just a thing of like, hey, it would be really beneficial, I think, for me. And plus, it's fun, right? It's I'm having fun, but it would be beneficial for
I'm
me
having a blast.
Yeah, exactly. But it would also be beneficial for me to be able to reacquaint myself with the system, remind myself how the creators like want the system to be run, and in turn also better learn how to run like Roll20, especially since Roll20 has the module in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So again, it's one of those things you're like, oh, I don't want you to. No. I don't want to hold up the stream, obviously. I don't want it to disrupt the stream. But if this is a case of fuck it, we ball, this is how we're learning. Fuck it, we ball, this is how we're learning.
I also appreciate in this particular instance too the theater of the mind aspect in that it's kind of great that in this moment, just because of how things worked out with how some of us leveled our characters, that Arlo can do this.
Yes.
So it's like
Yeah. It is going to be a combination of theater in the mind and a bit of problem solving, right? Because unfortunately, some of your party members only have 5 feet of vision. I am at least nice, and I do give like. So I know rules is written. No night vision is no night vision. I play by a bit of a homebrew rule, which is if you don't have dark vision, you get 5 feet.
Yeah.
Because
I
think
appreciate
that's
that.
fair. I think that's fair.
Yeah, especially because games, at least that I've encountered, are usually sprinkled with a tad of realism, like a dash of it in their fantasy setting. So, like, if you were outside and it was nighttime, you could probably see maybe like 5 feet in front of you if everything else was obscured. You might not be able to make things out clearly, but you would maybe be able to make out some shapes vaguely.
Right. Vaughn, you are a kind and generous GM. Thank you, my friend.
Yes.
Also, in this moment, I do want to quickly shout out Vaughn. Thank you for gifting subs again. A and B. Dex of all trades. Thank you for the sub. But no. To your point, like I part of this is me learning better ways to play. I mean, I said to you all before the session started that this was going to be a little experimental, and I did truly mean it. I'm trying a new way of handling quote unquote random encounters. I'm kind of, how do I put this? I'm putting the exploration back into D&D.
Yeah.
I had the inspiration actually from revisiting the Ancient Tomes TM, and had the thought of like, I don't know, man, why don't I just create a map? There are no walls to this map other than like maybe the edge boundaries, right? But there are no walls to this map. You have a goal, like a destination of which I've illuminated for you, so you know that you have a destination, right? But the big thing is you got to figure out how to get there, and I don't know. As you do that, shit's gonna happen.
Is life, yes.
Yeah. Also, no worries, Vaughn. No worries, Vaughn. Yeah, so what Vaughn was talking about, he was talking about there's a one-shot that I ran on his channel that is actually a module that I wrote. Please check it out if you haven't already.
Ooh.
It's it is a module that I used to run at conventions when I was a paid DM. It is one of my favorite one-shots to run. It is explicitly a one-shot, completely self-contained. It's one of my favorite ones to run. And I think Vaughn commented that he forgot that I wrote modules in addition to running official modules. So in this case, I'm specifically talking about like the last time I ran an official module was like back in like 2021.
Oh no, that makes sense. It's similar to when a person is maybe play a game with a bunch of different mods or assists, things of that nature to augment how the game is played for them.
Yeah.
And then they're like, okay, I'm gonna try playing the kind of sort of vanilla version of this game because I haven't done it in a while. And it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's how this works. Or
Right.
this
Or
was a
like-
thing I could do.
It's like, this is why I installed that mod, because the original stuff kind of sucks.
Yeah, I mean, and
Looking at you, Fallout 4,
You're so right. You're so right.
Fallout 3,
Shots fired.
Fallout New Vegas. Half of the mods are to make sure the game fucking works.
Yeah.
Also,
No.
now that a few more people are back, I'm gonna go grab that muffin real quick,
Yeah,
but I can hear you.
Absolutely.
Get that muffin.
But to your
Yeah.
point, like it's not just about like I don't know, to me, especially with this module in particular, like I'm not going to spoil anything, but there is a lot of the challenge that I get from this module especially is how do I manifest or realize a situation or a thing that's in the book, right? Because in my personal and professional opinion, there are a lot of really solid moments in this book that are, you know, especially with like the role play side of things that are like, you know, you can read straight from the book and you can do a really great job. But there are also things in this book that are like, it'll give you a description of what's supposed to happen, but it totally leaves it up to the dungeon master's discretion how to mechanically run that. So in a way, if you can imagine it, it's like it's not necessarily that I don't have the mods. It's more of a question or an exercise of like what mods are best suited for this specific situation. So in that sort of sense, I'm learning about the craft in that sort of way. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Vaughn, it sure is a thing that can happen. I say, having played this. I mean, yeah, you know. Burnout Vaughn and I have talked behind the scenes quite a bit because he's actually been a player in this module, but his dungeon master approached a lot of these same situations and problems, and his party approached these different situations and different problems very differently than the way that I've been running them. Which, by the way, is not a bad thing. It's the beauty of Dungeons and Dragons is like, yeah, you can hand two different dungeon masters or two different game masters the same situation and you will have a completely different outcome, and that's beautiful and fantastic. Also, go check out Milla's game. Go do it. Go watch it. Go watch it. I dare you. Except if you're in this campaign, don't watch it, because I don't want you to spoil shit for yourselves. But if you're in chat, go watch it. If you're one of my players, don't watch it yet. We murdered the rabbits too. We were just more ambivalent about it. Yeah, you were. That was a thing that happened.
How many did you murder?
That's what I was about to ask. Is like, you wanna tell folks how many you killed?
Um,
I'm waiting.
BB is definitely the most regular ass guy I've ever played. Like, he's still kind of got like a fantasy backstory, but he's definitely more of a regular ass guy. So he is the most character that I've had that's like, oh, that's someone who's dead. What the fuck? Like, what? Huh? What do you mean?
Oh. Burnout Vaughn only needed to kill the one, but a crit from Primal Savagery is not pretty.
Oh my Christ.
ugh.
The phrase shock and awe is apt. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a good way to
so
change
you
tenor
mentioned
quick.
okay, you mentioned the that skill. The husband had we have a mutual friend who played as I think it was a fighter, who, and for shortness sake, he was in a bottleneck. It was in a hallway full of goblins, I think, and I think it was because he was a fighter. He kept getting an action, or he took his action surge, and I can't remember what the skill is called that lets you basically make another attack on an opponent if the attack would otherwise have killed another creature. So he's basically like, you know the term your ass is grass and I'm the lawnmower is quite literally what he did with this set of goblins in the hallway. He's just mowing them down.
Goodness.
I just think it's important to know that, like, I'm coming from a background of mostly World of Darkness games where we're used to completely murdering full parties of enemies. Because if we don't, we are also dead meat. And it's usually kind of, what's the best way to put this? Due to the healing properties of some of the types of characters that we play, we have had party members sliced in half and come back together at the end of combat. So it's not killing as many rabbits as we did really feels like we held ourselves back.
First off, that's awesome. Second, I wasn't aware of how far the lines or borders of the World of Darkness stretches, because I saw announcements earlier in the summer, I think during Summer Game Fest, about like Hunter the Reckoning and the werewolf or like Wolverine, not Wolverine, the werewolf of something. And I was like, wait, I grew up playing a lot of the Hunter the Reckoning games. I still own one. It's one of my favorites. It's part of a tabletop series. And someone said, yeah, anything that's blank the blank for the most part is part of it. And I'm like, oh.
Okay, so your darkest one is vampire. Your most sparkly fun one is changeling. Your most violent one is werewolf. Your most thinky one is mage, and the one that nobody ever plays is wraith. I swear to God, I don't know anybody who has ever played a wraith game in 25 plus years of playing World of Darkness. I own the book. I've just never run a game, and nobody's ever really been interested. We have done. I mean, there's LARP rules for it, which is super duper fun, especially if you like wearing gothic outfits. We've actually one of the sketches that we're going to be doing for Geeks of Wrath is things that we know wrong about the World of Darkness series. The Hunter game is fun if you don't like any of the other character archetypes and just feel like killing people. But one of the things that I've noticed about it is that for almost every single type of character, you're born into it. You're born into being Fae. You're born into being a werewolf. You're born into being a mage. Vampires are the only ones that you could just be a regular guy who turns into a werewolf. Except I don't really know about Wraith, once again, because nobody ever plays it. It could just be anybody that died, or I don't know if you have to have any sort of like, pre-qualifying events or anything.
See, like, I am just imagining Wraith as a module, or as like a series, just being the little redheaded stepchild, and then also Hunter being, go, be free, my little murder hobos.
Go, be free and control the neutral.
Yeah, fly, my pretties, fly.
But the fact is, because when Changeling came out, I was super excited about it because I was always like in my circle of friends, I was always the one in the Hawaiian shirts when everyone else was wearing all black. So I was like, yes, finally a game for me. So that's like that's the one for the weird friends. You know, and the other ones are like I said, varying levels of darkness throughout. It's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. It's just, you know, I don't know why there's this huge divide between World of Darkness players and D&D players, because we're all just throwing rocks at a table.
You know what it is?
Using anything besides a D10?
I was gonna say it's role play styles, and it's the focus that World of Darkness has that's very different than the power fantasy of Dungeons and Dragons. That does not necessarily mean that there's not a power fantasy, but Dungeons.
Oh, there definitely is.
There definitely is, but it's very different, and therefore it attracts a very different crowd. That said, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Are we all here?
Yeah.
Well, I'm never all there, but you know that.
Mood.
Are we good to keep going?
Yeah.
I think so.
Oh yeah.
All right. A lot of you walked away, so I don't know if you all heard. But there should be, at least to some extent, some light. Those of you who don't have dark vision do have at least 5 feet. Which you should be able to utilize. Like I said, will move the giant snail. And this is kind of my attempt at trying to reintegrate exploration into the system. In other words, your only boundaries are the ones that you stumble across. And there might be stuff hidden all over this map. But you do have a goal. It is illuminated for you so you know where you have to go. Everything else is fair game.
Per what I messaged Saris earlier, Arlo was probably going to like take point on the ground in front of the snail just to try to like keep an eye out on things. And flavor wise, you might see like her eyes glow.
Ooh.
What color?
Ooh. So since she already has like an olive and an amber sort of thing kind of already words I can speak, I fucking swear. Going you're going to notice that the amber part of her gray and amber eyes are a bit more fluorescent. So they light up kind of like LEDs.
Ooh.
Nice. I'm trying to think here. I guess Cash is gonna take probably. It's gonna take the side that Cardi is on, whichever side of the saddle.
Front and back. It's a front and back situation. So one of the two of you, BB and or Cardi, is in the front. The other one's in the back.
I'm going to say that Cardi's in the front because BB's got the tail.
Wise decision.
For the sake of clarity, Sarah, should I plop that ability of sorts into
Please
chat and then
do.
Roll20?
Yes.
Understood.
Ooh.
Okay. Because I was like, I'm explaining a thing, but not actually explaining the thing.
And also, you are welcome to. I kind of just vaguely put you all in the area. Feel free to move yourself as you would like to resituate yourself. I see Cash already has, but.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So Arlo has Devil Sight. You can see normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 120 feet. So while she can't see, while she can't see everything, because of the fog, she has a slightly better vantage point of what's in front. Hence why she's keeping an eye out.
See, so from here, it would have been about northeast a bit, at least from what y'all said. correct?
I think that's about the gist of it.
He's just gonna wait till the snail gets to move in and follow along.
This is going to be a case where I ask, because I don't always do this. So, depending on the party, sometimes when we're in an explorative place like this, I allow people to just move freely within, obviously you have your movement speed, but I allow people to move freely on the map. Would you prefer to do that, or would you find it more beneficial to move in initiative?
I'm gonna vote free movement, but I don't know what other folks' preferences are.
I'm okay with free movement.
I mean, Arlo would probably, since she's trying to keep point, would at least stay within range of the snail. Maybe if it helps, like maybe stay like 5 feet in front of it so she doesn't get I don't want to say stepped on, maybe slithered on, but
Just get bowled over by the snail.
Oh.
It's like the slimiest, what do you call it? Oh god, what
So
are those
she doesn't
things
get
called?
slugged.
No, what are those construction machines called? I think it's just called like a steamroller, isn't it?
Oh, like steamroller duh? Like
Yeah, there's like
Mugen?
yeah, there's this those slimiest steamrolling.
Oh.
Ugh.
Then what I'm going to reiterate is that BB and Cardi are in control of the snail. I will simply place it depending on where they dictate they want to go.
Roger that. I guess Arlo will try to stay keep pace with the snail ahead. So like if it moves up, she will move up a little bit. And it's great because she can technically see behind her if she rotates her head enough. So
Literally got her
We're-
head on a swivel.
literally.
So then I ask my giant snail, where are we going?
BB's in the back, and I think he's just kind of chilling. I think
I-
he's
Alright.
gonna leave it completely up to Cardi's discretion.
Well,
unless, like,
Then
I
if
would-
Arlo's taking points, then Cardi will just guide the snail wherever she's headed.
So here's what I will just as a brief. If you would like to roleplay this amongst yourselves, but some of you have differing ranges of sight amongst the party.
I don't know if I have dark vision.
No,
You
Cash
should
does.
have you should be able to tell on your own screen how many
Okay.
feet. If you can see, like for example, if you can see 5 feet around you, then you should be able to. Then you do not have dark vision. You just have the 5 feet.
Okay.
If you
Terrific.
can see anything beyond 5 feet, then you have some form of dark vision.
smiles.
Also smiles.
Yeah, I was gonna say I got dark
Well-
vision, but now with the fog in mind, how is that gonna affect
So
dark vision?
So that's a great question. I'm glad you asked. The way that I am currently dictating it is what you can actually see on the map right now. You can kind of see vaguely. It's obscured. What chat can see, but you can't see, is that I have things that are hidden around this map. When you come across something that comes into view, I will reveal it. That way, you're not having to worry about, oh wait, can I see something? Can I not see something? Theater of the mind. If you can currently see it on the map, you can see it. That said, for those of you who have dark vision, these are round spherical shapes. I couldn't actually get a token that adequately works, so it's going to look a little weird, but those are spheres that are hovering about 5 to 10 feet up in the air.
Do they look like they're of any particular?
You cannot tell
made of
from
any
the
material?
obscurity. Yeah, that's the only thing I can tell you because of the obscurity of the fog, but you can see the vague silhouette of spheres.
I just realized something.
Yes?
Hmm.
Sitting on top of the snail, Cardamom cannot see Arlo unless she sees the glow of her eyes.
Correct.
So you're letting her drive. We're letting her drive, and she can't see anything.
Oh
I
wait,
mean-
there's two
Oh.
sets of reins though. So if you gave like one set, like kept one set on you, and then just like had the other set of reins as like a lead.
Oh boy.
Let me
Smiles.
check something.
Smiles.
Let me see if there's anything I can do to help you. One moment.
Smiles.
Okay.
Smiles. Smiles.
Smiles.
Uh,
There's too much
let's
smiling.
see. That's a cantrip. Let's see if this thing follows me. So I might have something that can help you. As far as help you at least make out where Arlo is. I just need to see if
Okay.
it can travel with me. Yeah, it only lasts a minute, but I mean, she could keep doing it.
I mean,
Huh.
would it be easier to have her carry a torch? Maybe would we be able to see a torch ahead of us?
Okay, so you mentioned that I'm looking now. I have a hooded lantern.
Mm-hmm.
If you just kind of like hook that to your back pocket, if you don't mind the clanging against your rear, I mean that.
I mean, we could also hook it to either. If each of us have one, we could also hook it to either side of the snail, and she could attach it to herself.
True.
But that is a good idea, actually.
So at least like
Huh.
that the light is then pointed backwards. You could still
Yeah.
be walking forwards,
Yeah,
and then
because
then Cardi's got something to look out for.
she just needs to head
That-
towards the light.
Let me see if I have one, so
I should
that way you
rephrase
don't have to give yours up.
Although it's fine. I mean, like I said, I'm staying basically just like right up on with the snail, so it's
Sure, why not? So then if you hand that off to her and she clips it to her back, then if you need a torch or something, she will attempt to give you one, but we are in wet conditions, so
So, just for my clarity, who is taking the hooded lantern?
Arlo.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And clipping it in a space along her back, or tying it to a space along her back, so that Cardamom and BB can see from atop the snail.
Fantastic.
Oh. Thank goodness.
And we're reloading. And we're reloading. That's good. That's good. That's great, actually. That is actually great. I like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Reminder for me, dear beloved DM.
Yes.
What direction was the tower in?
So this light over here, if you zoom out, it's a big map. This light over here is currently illuminating the positioning of the tower.
Fantastic. And I think with a vague recollection of heading in this direction, if you can see my ruler,
I can.
I think BB's gonna kind of start mushing the snail in that direction.
Sure. It takes a while, but 50 feet, unless anyone objects.
No, I think that's okay.
Okay.
Question for my fellow players: you guys are probably just like walking on the ground by the snail, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like the wagon train, kind of like take the kids outside so they can have a little bit of a walk.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was imagining. I think BB looks over at Zanky while atop the snail, like feeling some sort of like air of superiority a little bit, but just kind of looks over and goes, "I would like to have a chat with you later."
Yeah, that'd be fine.
I would love, I hope I'm not interrupting, for those on the ground, a strength saving throw as the
Oh, boy.
ground begins to vibrate.
Uh-oh.
A 12?
Rip. Uh-oh. Yeah, 12 on me.
Honest, 12 on Arlo isn't so bad, honestly, given worse.
For Cash and Arlo, a 12 does succeed. You manage to stay upright. Zenki, you're a bit caught off guard, and on a 5, you do fall smack dab on your butt. As the earth shakes, and suddenly through the fog, overhead,
Gazebo!
Oh no, I've heard of those.
a multi-story building begins to move from the west into the present, into its current location. You all see what I can only describe to be fleshy legs, hundreds of them under the foundation of this building, skittering across the swamp floor.
Oh god, it's like luggage.
BB just kind of, you just kind of hear BB go like, "Oh nope, no good. I'm good, thanks." And just kind of like covers, just like looks away, like making a face of like, "Oh, that's hard to look at."
And
If I can't see it, I can't see me.
What kind of legs?
fleshy.
No,
Well, okay.
no.
Is
but,
it
like,
walking
wait a minute.
Is it walking
like fleshy
toward
spider
us?
legs?
It's walking in. It's like intersecting your path more so.
Just kind of passing by like a giant
Yeah,
kind
and
of towering
Are
brontosaurus.
they like people legs? Or are they like animal legs?
the module describes them as fleshy.
That's
But
just to give you
but-
the imagery. Okay, go ahead.
I can do you one better, my good friend.
Oh no, I'm
As
scared.
I have handouts.
Oh no.
Oh boy!
And there
Aw.
is, in fact, a picture that the module provides
Oh no.
of what
I am
this
prepared.
specific inn looks like.
Oh no. Oh, what the heck?
Oh my!
Oh, it's like an actual house. I thought it was like a
Yeah.
tower.
It's like
Okay.
a multi-story house /
They are
building.
fleshy.
They are
I-
very fleshy.
Those are
I raised my
Wow.
kind of
hand.
legs I was imagining, and I'm deeply upset.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say,
I
if
raise
it
it.
were like chicken legs, there would
Nope.
part of me be like,
Nope. Pepper, what
I,
were you
I,
gonna say?
I raised my hand. We're not about to have like a Final Fantasy Hell House situation, are we?
You don't know?
or an adamantoid,
Okay.
I'm
scenario.
just saying this thing appeared out of fucking nowhere, both in character and out of character. I am a tad too melanated to go into this house.
Unfortunately.
What's it smell like?
What's it smell like?
That's a great question. I'm so glad you asked. You smell, unironically, freshly baked bread coming from out the windows.
What the?
You smell meat clearly searing over a fire. And as if on cue, the legs come to a halt. Like I said, exactly in the position that you currently see on the map, and they lower into the swampy marsh. And the door at the front opens.
I think civilization just found us.
BB,
I would be wary of this civilization. But sorry.
BB, I think looks at like Cardamom saying that and looks over at Cash and then looks at the building and then just shrugs and goes, "You know what? Fuck it. Sure. Why not? What?
Why not?
BB's gonna hop off of the snail and start marching towards the
Yeah!
house.
Yeah!
But baby, if I
You're
if I
usually
could-
the opposite of this.
if I could have a quick word.
Oh yeah, no, what's up? What's going on?
I'd like to point out, it just appeared out of fucking nowhere.
Out of the fog.
I don't think it's a good idea, especially given that you can see pretty far. See it. Just saying, it's. I swear there's a book about this somewhere. It just doesn't seem like a good idea.
I don't know
Especially
what
given
kind of...
we just spoke to two rabbits that had no idea what a house was.
Also, there's no problem in knocking on the door. Also, those rabbits didn't really seem like they had a lot of sense at the time.
I don't know how many fairy tales you remember reading when you were a kid, but most of the time, if a house is on legs, there's usually something dubious going on. At least from what I remember getting read.
Cash,
Well-
I assure you I am very well read indeed, and I find nothing unscrupulous about this house at first glance. Is it any bit weirder than anything else we've seen here so far? Giant mushrooms? Rabbits trying to take our feelings? Is House on Legs really that much different?
Hey, BB.
Arla. Oh, sorry, go
I'm
ahead.
so sorry. Really quickly. Hey, BB. He's history check with
Yeah, what's
advantage.
going on? Sure. That's a 19.
Oh,
Hey.
On a 19. And hey, you know, you've read a lot of books. This house doesn't have chicken legs. So clearly it's not that house.
that house.
Oh, that's ominous.
BB shrugs and goes, "It didn't have the legs checked out, all right? The legs checked out. I'm checking in." And he walks towards the door.
Yes.
Saris, I would like to roll a history check for
Sure.
in Arlo's history of working as a carny, if this is the weirdest shit she's seen.
Okay, sure. And I do have to address the elephant in the room. An 8 on athletics. Cardi, how would you like to describe falling off of the snail?
Oh.
Oh, you know, the way that it's like it looks like she's going to do a great dismount, and then her foot hits the side of the saddle, and she just sort of tumbles down and lands.
Oh no! Oh
Poorly.
no! Cash is gonna be very conflicted. Both one, trying to thinking about stopping BB, like, this is very Fey flavored, and that is not a good flavor for him. But then he's Cardi having a struggle. She is thoroughly on the struggle bus. Like, nope, I'm gonna turn around and help her back out.
Arlo, history check.
Thump.
Awesome. And this is specifically because BB said, "Is this the weirdest thing we've
I
seen?"
mean, it doesn't
Wow.
have chicken legs. On a natural
course you
one,
had
too.
one.
It doesn't have chicken legs. Therefore, it cannot be that house.
All right. So like I understand, baby, that I understand that it's not like the chicken leg house. Get you there. But stance would we want to do this?
I am tired. We are all tired. We just accidentally killed a hare. We're strangers in a strange land. May I repeat again? We have no idea where we're going besides a tower that an air balloon crashed into, maybe, and a house has mystically appeared in front of us. This is a sign from whatever god I do not believe in. I am knocking on this door.
And
By
if
the
the house,
realms, I will knock on this door. BB marches over to wherever the fuck the door is and is going to clear his throat, and then knock.
Just real quick.
Yeah.
This is only probably gonna be seen by like Cardi, but she's probably gonna see Cash make that real quick gesture, similar to, I guess, what you call that Catholic crossing themselves kind of thing, except to like whatever it would be the equivalent for like Palor or something.
Fantastic.
House mimic, yeah, no, I feel that. The warning bells are going off and it's hard to hear.
So, you knock on the door. The door opens.
What do I see?
what?
Not a
have to
mimic, baby!
I have to change the music. Give me just a moment, my dear friend.
Yes. BB opens, I just want to say, BB opens the door and sees normal people and then just very audibly, like, pumps, he doesn't see, like, door, he just sees a normal, like, space, and he pumps his fist and just goes, yes.
Arlo would have at least tried to secure their snail.
I'm just imagining BB having like a full Ace Ventura.
Yes, you're imagining perfectly exactly what's happening.
Two things before I describe the room that you walk into. Number one, I have to give a shout out to Silver Compass Maps, who is the creator of this map. So I have to give credit where credit is due. This is his Roadside Inn map. It is his interpretation of the Roadside Inn from the DM's Guild. Does incredible work. Please check out their work. There will be in the VOD of this video, a link to their Patreon.
Ooh.
Second, you said that you were securing the snail.
Like, if there's something to secure it on, like
That's a great question. What are you?
an arm rail?
What arm rail? There is no arm rail.
If there is something to secure it on.
You look at the fleshy legs and you contemplate for a moment.
Oh.
Oh no, I'm not doing that to that poor snail. Dang it.
Oh wait, how high up do
The
the
fleshy legs
raptors
lowered.
have?
So now you it's like a step in, like not a hefty step, but it's like all you have to do is step in. Physically step up and step in.
I'm wondering, I'm guessing how far up are like those rafter type of beams that are like holding up the overhang from the roof?
They're pretty high up.
Shit, because that's the only other thing I could think of to somewhere to tie, but
I'm gonna take a picture at that handout. You don't let me
Yeah.
hold you.
yeah, if I may, just because this feels very sus to Cash still, he's gonna keep a hold of the snail. Well, while we can't find a hitch yet for it, he's just gonna use that as the excuse to not go in.
So this is where I look at you as a dungeon master, and I look you Trinket dead in the eye, and I say, "Are you sure you want to do that?"
Ugh.
Hmm.
Are you sure you want to make that decision?
Hmm.
This is me putting my hands on your shoulders as a DM and asking you again, are you sure you want to do that?
I mean, he might step inside, but he's still gonna have like the reins kind of there. I'm guessing almost to the
The-
point where like a little bit of the slug's head or the snail's head just kind of pokes in after him.
I was gonna say, so there are two ways that we can go about this. My question is, do you want me to go rule of cool or do you want me to go by the book?
I mean, I'm up for rule of cool.
I'm asking the party as a whole, would you rather see me play by the book or would you rather me rule of cool this?
Oh, rule. I'm gonna say rule of cool every time, baby.
You were really
We-
cool.
We gotta be cool.
I hate that there are two wolves currently and they are both fighting internally within. One is like, always the rule of cool. The other one is like, but we also want to see this snail magically disappear into a pocket dimension. Fuck.
All in favor?
I mean, technically, we have a majority for rule of cool already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You somehow watch as the door frame creaks and the snail fully lodges itself into the door and enters into the inn. And as
Alright.
it does
Yes.
that, the doors slam shut behind it.
Oh, no.
You find yourselves in what appears to be a wooden room full of tables. Though you see plates and whatnot on the map, I do ask a little bit of imagination here, right? As they are empty. There are empty chairs, there are empty tables. There is a hearth in the back. And you do see what looks almost like a buffet, unironically. That is what I'm referring to this as, where you can clearly smell the bread and the seared meat. You aren't necessarily sure what it is, but you know it's meat. You see
Chicken marsala.
You see a couple other baskets full of fruits and vegetables, debatable on whether or not you recognize them. And of course, over by the area where there is a bar, you see an elderly woman fashioned in hides. She wears a hairpiece that is made of antlers and horns. You see, as you walk in, she is sitting there actively sewing embroidery. And there is just this, you can't explain it, but as warm as the hearth, this woman has an aura of softness and warmth as she looks up to the 5, now 6 of you, and with a soft smile goes, "Welcome, travelers."
Well, hi.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Do you have somewhere that we could perhaps fasten our... Oh, never mind. The snail is in... Okay. Well, the snail is inside. Does someone want to... Do one of... Maybe, half turns around and is like, do one of you want to, make sure the snail doesn't, kind of go crazy in here or something?
Cash is like testing the door, make sure that it can still open.
Oh, it's shut. It is shut. It is shut.
Yeah, he's
Uh,
very
this
slowly trying not to show. He's panicking, like, oh fuck, 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 fuck,
the
fuck.
snail lowers itself in the space between the tables and slinks into its shell to take a nap.
Fantastic. Everything's coming up. BB looks back towards this person who goes, "Thank you so very much for the greetings. What may I call you?"
Sue.
Sue?
Yes, Sue Harabox. I can spell that for y'all in Discord.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, I like that.
May I ask what sort of establishment we found ourselves into here? I believe I know, but just want to make sure.
I mean, the obvious answer, of course, is that this is an inn. But the locals here often refer to it as the inn at the end of the road.
Oh,
Yeah, this is not at all helping Cash's nerves.
there's an implication there, huh?
So that means there's roads around here. That's great.
BB looks at Cardamom and goes, "Not the implication I was thinking, but I'm glad you're looking at the glass half full."
Speaking of glass half full, what they have on tap here?
That is a fantastic question, and I am genuinely so glad you asked. We don't have much, but I do have a distilled cattail brandy.
Ooh.
I hope that would suffice. Of course, I also do have water as well. And I can make tea.
Oh, baby, you've been wanting tea all night.
This is getting to be too good to be true.
I just want to say, this is so hard. This is so difficult. I think very unfortunately BB does respond to his name being called and turns and nods and goes, "That I have. I would love some tea."
Me too. 2 teas then, Miss Sue, if you don't mind.
I'll make sure to put the kettle on. And she very like in a walk that I can only describe as leisurely and casual, walks over to the hearth and with a snap of her fingers, you watch as a little shimmer comes out from her fingertips. And then out from, you aren't really sure where, there's a rumbling in the floorboards. And then a bunch of what almost look like vines, almost like strangleweed, emerge from between the floorboards and literally lift up a black kettle, of which she takes and she puts on the hearth. As she looks to you, BB and Cardamom, expectantly. Feel free to roll me Cardamom an insight check. BB, give me a history check.
You got it.
That's a 4.
4.
I'm gonna give you the 13.
You're gonna give me the 13?
I'm gonna
How
give you the
generous
13.
of you.
I know.
Thank you. DM looking at walking corpse. I'm gonna give you the 13. You know, little buddy, you get this. You get this last one.
Speaking of, I do have to ask. What did you guys do with the hair? Is the hair still on the...
Last I remember, the hair was still kind of slumped over the
Cool. The
shelf.
hair corpse is on the floor in front of the giant snail. Anyway.
Oh, cool.
History.
Yeah, because we were just trying to find
Yeah.
some place to bury it proper.
Yeah, exactly,
So, yeah.
exactly. Yeah, no. So there's a hair corpse on the ground. We have not addressed that yet. The 13 history. BB, you remember a couple things here, actually.
No,
The biggest thing that you remember is that you remember the warning. You remember the warning given to you by Mr. Witch and Mr. Light about minding the rules. Now, here is my question above table. How much does Clary know about the rules of the Feywild?
0. Clary doesn't know anything about the Feywild. Clary's never done anything involved with the Feywild. Clary's never watched anything involved with the Feywild.
I can't tell if this is sarcasm or legitimate.
This is legitimate. This is 100% real. The Fae is the most like unpunky thing.
So I just needed the clarification. So
yeah,
there is one thing that BB would know from reading as much as he has.
Okay.
And that is that the Feywild and Fey shenanigans and Fey people are full of rules. One of which is called the rule of reciprocity. Cardamom on a 19. This woman is looking at the two of you as if waiting on something. She's waiting patiently, but she is waiting on something. She does notice the dead hair on the ground, and she does eye it for a moment. But you also get the sense that she's... We will address that when the time comes.
Okay.
I think BB's gonna clear his throat and offer either one of, I think in conjunction Beefy, that's my character's name now, it's Beefy.
Yay!
BB's going to offer in conjunction one, he has Scatterleaf tea on him, so he's gonna proffer the Scatterleaf tea as if like that should be the tea that we kettle for everyone. And he's also going to put forward a ration. Because this guy doesn't have much.
She approaches you and she looks at the Scatterleaf tea. She looks at your ration and she kind of does the gesture of like giving it, like pushing your hand back for the ration specifically. Like keep it.
Okay.
But with the Scatterleaf tea, she does take it with a smile. Looks at it for just a moment. Opens it up. Sniffs, like like when you take a sniff of like a tea, like checking it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Closes the bag, slips it in her pocket, and goes, "This is very generous of you. This is very generous of you. Thank you."
You're welcome. Thank you.
And then she looks back at Cardamom expectantly.
Well, see, Cardamom is going in here under the assumption that this is a restaurant and she's going to pay for her things, like with money.
Mm-hmm. It's at this point where Sue will actually ask, "Oh, if you're unsure what to offer, any trinket will do, of course."
But Trinket's playing cash. I can't really. Hold on.
-5. -5.
I'm paying cash.
And Cash is currently very occupied with trying to figure out the door.
Well, she was playing on paying cash. But oops. Anyway, let me see what he's got. on her stuff because she doesn't have a lot of stuff on her stuff. Do. You know, something just stuff is replaceable. Stuff is replaceable, and she just has this feeling. But she reaches into the pocket of her apron, and she takes out her trusty scrubbing brush, and says, "Ma'am, you got anything what needs washing? I'll take care of it for you."
She thinks for just a moment, pondering like you've just hit her with a curveball, and she, after a moment, smiles, and it's an incredibly warm smile. Absolutely, if you would like to wash some of the linens, I would greatly appreciate that.
At your service, ma'am.
And with that, after a couple brief pauses, she sort of walks over here to look at the three of you. What are the other three of you doing? Is Cash still like pulling at the doorknob?
He's trying to be subtle about it. He's just kind of like keeping facing towards the whole room as a whole, but like, you know, trying his best like to like jiggle the handle, all this stuff. Hold on a second, I got it. I have the perfect gift for it. Internally, he is
Yeah. Your choice, deception or sleight of hand.
Okay. Let me see. Oh, rip.
Hold on just a second. Yeah, she kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh dear, I do understand your concern, but trust me when I say you're not gonna want to do that." And as if on cue, you all feel the inn begin to shake. Just a little bit. Before stopping.
What was that about?
Well, we're moving.
What?
If I could just, and this is just me throwing the idea out there, this is going to be a performance check to at least pretend like he's not letting the internal thought, the gift that I just sent you, show outwardly.
Absolutely, go for it. A 10. Cash is like sweating, isn't he?
Yeah, no, he is like visibly sweating. He is like, his eyes are looking towards like all the windows, watching the world start to kind of go by, and just like, okay, we're stuck in a fairy house that is moving with us. This is just him like mumbling to himself.
This
is fine. This is fine.
May I do a perception check to see, because like Zenki's probably looking out the window seeing this. Are we moving away from where we were heading, or are we moving towards where we're heading?
My thoughts exactly.
I'm gonna say roll a survival check on this one.
Okay.
Because that's gonna be more of a navigation roll. On a 9 for survival, you have no idea.
Frick.
So, upon being told that we're moving, what Arlo would say is,
oh, we are. Would you by any chance be able to tell us if we are moving away from or towards a noticeably slanted tower?
Oh, the slanty tower? I mean, I suppose we could end up going in that direction.
Could?
What do you mean could?
Like there's a chance?
The house goes where it wants, huh?
That would be the best way of putting it, yes.
Okay, got it.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Actually, you might be able, if you, would be so kind, you might be able to help elucidate a little bit exactly where we are. We encountered some,
I see you, encountered the brigands.
Yeah, we literally had kind of sort of dropped in, so to speak, and yeah, they were the first people we encountered, and we were immediately approached with possibly being robbed, which we weren't too keen on. So yeah, there's apparently some things happening around here as far as rules that we aren't aware of. Where exactly is here?
Heather.
Again with Hither.
Pondering a moment.
More specifically, we are leaving the Queen's Way.
Leaving?
Well, moving away from it, of course.
I think you're technically the second person to mention this queen. We mean no disrespect, but we are very new to any other rules that are kind of rules, or I guess you could say traditions in this area. Uh, what is this queen in reference to this area?
Ah, are you not familiar with Sibilna?
Cash is
Like-
just gonna his gaze is gonna subtly just right to her, but he's not gonna say anything.
Eyes widen.
Actually, yes, we are. We've been
Looks to Cash.
we're actually trying to find her.
Really?
Yes. Like we said, we're very, very new here. So we were actually hoping to find her. Because a few folks that we know have been looking for her, possibly concerned about her or for her.
I would request you add another number to that count.
Oh, uh, you said your name is Sue. I'm assuming, you're looking for her as well?
If I could, I would. But I, unfortunately, am bound to the swamp.
Hmm.
Would it be too much to ask to potentially, uh, enlighten us as to, I guess, the ways of this swamp or this region?
I can offer some things, yes. For starters, I think it's beneficial for you to know that I believe that Zybilna is trapped. I've heard rumors, and I do believe, based on these rumors, that it is the Hourglass Coven's fault.
That's a
Cash is,
name we're familiar with.
yeah, Cash is gonna like look towards Arlo. Just thinking back to the kettle steam.
Mm-hmm. We've had well, we've had someone mention that particular coven before, and we weren't sure of how accurate their sources were. But given that you're the second person to mention it, can't exactly be a coincidence.
No, as the entire reason why myself and this inn are trapped in Hither has to do with the fact that she has. Well, it appears that she no longer has control over her domain, for whatever reason.
Taking notes.
I very much would like to see Zybilna restored to power. Uh, and to be transparent, if you believe that you can do that, simply the promise of her return satisfies enough as recompense. And Sue will actually walk back over to you, BB. Will pull out the bag of tea and hand it back to you.
I think BB looks a bit taken aback, but will, I think, take the tea with a newfound understanding of maybe how dire things are, and kind of look at his friends and look back at Sue and go, well, thank you. My friends and I will do our very best.
I really appreciate it, and I feel as though I can speak with great authority that I'm not the only one that would appreciate the end of the rule of Slackjaw Lorna.
I think like BB turns around and looks at like Arlo or Cash at this point, and then mouths like, "What the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, Cash is gonna kind of think about it for a second, but now that he's heard that she's out, or now that she's heard like her opinion and desire to have Zybilna, I guess, away from whatever is keeping her from ruling, that's gonna kind of put him a little bit more at ease. So, all right,
Just to confirm, that was Slackjaw Lorna.
Correct. I can put that in chat for you.
Thank you. Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good. I was gonna say like, well, at least we can say well, that's more or less what we're here to help with. We, again, as our friends here said, that we have connections that have noticed her absence. So they sent us out to find out what's going on. Did you happen to know anything about a witchlight carnival?
That name eludes me, unfortunately. I don't know much of anything beyond, well, the fogs of Hither.
Understandable. All right.
So is it always foggy here?
Hither is a foggy swamp, yes.
Now, is it, I guess, how much of Hither have you explored and searched for
Oh,
this Sibilna?
sweetheart, I have been just shy of everywhere.
Hmm.
This inn goes as far as the fog and mists will allow it to go.
Is there anything beyond that? Is Hither just its own continent, country, sovereignty,
I don't know
kingdom?
how it works, but there used to be multiple areas within Prismere or Zabilna's domain.
Okay, so this is more like a province, or
Well, yes and no. More like it was once a region, but now it is self-contained. I used to once be able to traverse through hither, thither, and yon, but since the Hourglass Cove Coven warped this world, I can no longer leave hither.
and you don't know anybody that has been able to traverse any of the other any of the other couple of places and come back this way?
I don't know.
Hmm.
Hither, thither, here, and oh my goodness.
That's well.
It was in the
It was the
well.
That was the directions that we got apparently.
Yep, it sure was.
Who's in
Although,
the what? The hall?
can you drink
Can we
tea?
get something? Can I drink tea? Sure. I mean, I don't see why not.
It is
Let's
at
drink
this
the tea.
it's at this point that the kettle does begin to screech, and Sue, while engrossed in this conversation, will go to retrieve the kettle. Does anyone else want tea, or is it just for the two of them?
While I can't partake,
Looks around.
Catch isn't probably gonna have anything to drink or at least he's not gonna have anything to drink before offering, and he's gonna pull out his artisan kit, and it's just gonna be more or less some different ingredients for making just a very plain old thing of bread.
Yeah, I mean there's bread on the table up here. You see an entire basket full of rolls and bread.
Right. And this is more gonna be kind of his like show of good faith, is like in opposition to his reservation, to put it lightly, like a second ago. It's kind of his way of saying, like, this is I guess, an olive branch, more or less. Hoping that this is some kind of, or at least some kind of way to keep any scales balanced, if that needs help of any kind.
Sure.
Offering services like Hardy did.
Yeah.
She kind of looks at you and she just kind of shakes her head, saying, "Please, finding Zabilna will be enough to satisfy my needs," which I guess is the best way to segue into your other question, which was the rules of conduct. Is that not what you were asking about?
yes, if at all possible. And possibly if you know anything about this stolen joy and what it's for.
That I don't know anything about what the brigands are stealing, but that sounds par for the course. There are 3 rules that you must abide by while you are in Zabilna's domain. There is the rule of hospitality,
of which, when anyone enters your home, you are expected to be gracious and accommodating until such time as they prove otherwise. There's the ruler of ownership. You must not steal from a friend, enemy, or stranger. To take something that doesn't belong to you without the rightful owner's permission is a crime and is an unforgivable breach of etiquette. And of course, there's the rule of reciprocity. If someone offers you a gift, you are obliged to accept it and offer something of comparable value. Such reciprocity need not happen immediately, but it must happen within the person's lifespan.
Thank you so very much for explaining those rules. Honestly, we were kind of out of our element for a while. Which, huh, thinking about what you've just said, that does raise the question of why those hairs were electing to steal from people at all. If it clearly would go against the rule of ownership.
She shrugs.
Oh, that was Arlo musing aloud after thanking her.
For
Just like,
sure.
huh.
But she's responding with a shrug, like it's also
Gotcha.
beyond her. Like she's sharing that sentiment.
Gotcha.
Huh. Which. So, if those rules are broken, hypothetically, usually I'm assuming then if Zabilna was still in control of her domain, then there would be repercussions.
Absolutely, yes.
But as a consequence of her not being in control of her domain, the rules haven't actually. Some people have been able to bend and or break these rules.
She
I was gonna
shrugs.
say it sounds like without this Zabilna and power that these rules, I don't want to say don't apply, but seem to fall to the wayside for some folks. At least in our very short experience since we've come here. Have you?
Yeah.
Again, she just kind of shrugs. She doesn't know.
Understandable.
Zabilna would have had repercussions for any person or consequences for any person who would have broken the rules, absolutely, but it's difficult to say whether or not the coven abides by such rules, or if they even follow rules of their own. I'm sure there is some sort of code, but that is way beyond my knowledge. I apologize.
Oh,
Understandable.
no. It's okay.
If I may ask, how else has this coven's presence made an impact?
The swamp
just
is as it is.
It didn't used to be this way, or
No, it did not used to be this way.
I would imagine it's probably no different in that Thither and Yawn.
She shrugs.
If those are the... Yeah, he's also kind of just like thinking out loud and yeah, but he's still trying to kind of mulling it over, and I'm gonna pull it up here. If he could, he would like to try to see about bringing some of the accommodations from over here a little bit closer towards the rest of the folks. But again, he's also now thinking of that the rule of reciprocity and hospitality. And again, he's before walking back with some of the food, he is gonna ask. I don't know how much traffic you get around here, but it would, I guess, from at least from my standpoint, I feel like it would be in better taste if like I at least make something to replace some of this here, and he just nods over to some of the food.
She shakes
Like
her head once again and says, I do genuinely appreciate it, but you need not do anything more than just restore hither and bring Zabilna back.
Then
I do appreciate it, but please, you all seem very tired. I would really encourage you all to eat up, please, and drink up. There's plenty of tea here. There are, if you are looking to sleep, we do have rooms here, and I would be more than happy to allow you all a night's stay.
Miss
That's
Sue,
most gracious. Thank you.
that is the nicest thing anyone has said to me all day. Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for searching for our queen and trying to find her.
yeah, Cash is just gonna kind of nod, quiet.
If I may, Sue, before I guess everyone heads off for rest, do you know the last known whereabouts of the Hourglass Coven, or have you heard anything?
I would assume, I mean, I don't necessarily know where they are exactly, but I would assume that Lorna would still be in her home. Which of
And
course,
where's her home at?
well, of course, her cottage is in Downfall.
Now that's a town name. All right.
It's at this point where she kind of looks around, looks to herself, and goes, "Unfortunately, I don't have like a map. But what I can tell you is that if you continue to follow Queen's Way, that bridge, the broken one, if you continue to follow it northeast, you will find Downfall."
Fair enough. All right.
That's actually considerable help. Because the only other person we spoke to didn't even know where a house or town or village was. They
Well,
only knew about their boss.
because there are no real towns in Hither. There are no, shall we say, houses, unless you constitute Lorna's cottage or this inn. It's not because he's being dishonest. It's because there are no landmarks, no places in all of Hither that match your description.
It's just, are there just not enough people to settle anywhere, or is it
Nods.
just
Nods. And those who are often trying to keep out of sight.
Understood. That explains a lot. It's essentially a matter of cultural differences.
She nods. And unfortunately, those little rabbits have not been here as long as I have. To which she then looks at the hair on the ground.
Oh, I'm sorry. So we originally wanted to bring the hair back to what we now know is their stump or where they reside, but um, the two hairs that were still living didn't want to show us where it was because they were worried about getting in trouble. We just wanted to find somewhere appropriate to at least bury this hair, give it some sort of rights or respects. Because, again, we're not cruel, we were just taken off guard.
She slowly nods. I don't know that a burial is going to do you very well, especially not when high tide approaches. There's a slow pause before she looks to the hearth behind her.
Honestly, if it's the most respectable option, then that's the option we'll take.
And is more than happy to put it in the fire.
It isn't, it's not outside of the realm of tradition for some folk.
It's hard to say. It's been a long time since I've seen a death here and hither.
So this Slackjaw, she's got, they have some kind of iron fist around this place, from how it seems, if they're willing to, or at least if enough people are willing to abide by some kind of whatever rules they're imposing, unless potentially something like that happens. And he looks again over at the body. Have you seen any kind of other repercussions for... Oh wait, did I ask that already?
I don't believe so.
Like, have you noticed any kind of repercussions for people going against this part of the coven? Or I guess this member?
I don't know. And I'm not sure anyone is interested in finding out.
Understandable. Let's see. I guess once Cash kind of brings over some of the food from, oh, I guess from over here to, I don't know, where's everybody gonna sit? Or where's everybody feel like sitting?
Yeah, please put yourself on the map. Where you're gonna sit, if you're gonna sit somewhere.
Sorry, Ed Park wants her to slowly make her way over to the buffet just because.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
She's probably gonna take it back to the bar to eat. Like, yeah. But I was just sort of slowly moving her over. But now she's gonna collect her dish, and back to her corner seat. Okay, we're good.
Arlo probably wouldn't be sitting unless folks wanted to chat amongst each other, just because this is an interesting environment to her. Magically inclined and all, she finds this environment intriguing. And she also just can't eat. So she's mostly just exploring respectfully within this space.
Sure. I think... Sorry?
Oh, sorry, I was gonna say, like, before he tries kind of any kind of partaking, he does want to kind of address the hair in the room to try to get that ready for what it was Sue suggested.
Oh, yeah, valid.
But he's gonna, of course, take stuff to another room so that nothing's getting prepared. In front of while everybody's eating.
Oh, yeah, you get the sense that she's waiting for you to get settled, and then she is actually going to take the hair. The body.
Oh. Okay.
Like, she will deal with it while you all rest, essentially. You don't necessarily get any sinister feelings from it.
Gods, now I feel... Gods, I do feel like this is us stretching our, the amount of goodwill that you're offering us. It feels like we got to do something a little more than just give our word about what we're planning.
Planning on
Say again?
Sorry,
still
Ned,
still planning on doing the washing over here. It's what I do.
I will say with that, she does take the hair, and you watch as she carefully and very meticulously sets him up and places the body within the hearth where he does light a flame.
Oh.
There is a moment, a somber moment, for just a moment. A little redundant, I apologize, but there's a somber moment that breathes before she looks to the five of you and with a smile again says, "There are rooms. You are welcome to rest for as long as you need. If you would like some time privately to eat amongst yourselves, I welcome you to it. I will be stepping away to go take care of some other matters." And as that happens and she leaves, Cardamom, you do in fact go to do some washing of the linens. But each and every single one of you eventually, unless there's something specific you wish to talk about, eats your meal and retires to sleep. And with a long rest, for the first time in this campaign, that is where we are going to end tonight's session.
Yay! And all of our spells are back.
All right.
Okay. Well, we got rid of the body.
Hooray! We don't have to lug the corpse around anymore.
Yay!
So good.
Yeah, but now we're gonna have to answer a question. We're gonna have to answer a very tough question when we.
No, we're not.
Ever.
You sure?
Not at all.
It was
We'll be
taken care
fine.
of. It's fine.
It's fine. It's
fine.
fine.
Everything's fine.
It was taken care of.
You guys know Sue. Sue took care of it.
We offered them a to-go body, and they chose not to take it. So there were no questions to answer.
Why is it the first thing that just come to mind? You're talking about to-go body, and I just thought of so the doggy body bag.
Oh my god.
That's tough. That's tough.
That's terrible.
tough.
I know.
That was tough.
That was...
Amazing.
Well, shall we go back around the horn and de-introduce ourselves?
Yeah.
It sounds like a plan.
Okie dokie, Soki.
Let's go in reverse order. Zai.
Why, hello, everyone. I am Zyme. You can find me on Twitch and Instagram at ZymeSite, and of course, as always, everywhere else at Zyme or Zyminess, like Blue Sky and YouTube. hopefully you'll get to work on some VODs, put some things up for you guys, because I am behind and I owe some folks a boss rush video for Onimusha 2 Hell Mode. But yeah, see you guys Tuesday for more Nine Souls. Wednesday, hopefully for either Dragon's Dogma or Leon Must Die Forever. Maybe some Monster Hunter Wilds. Thursdays for Hades 2, and Fridays for Fistful of Fridays with fighting games and beat 'em ups. And then every other Saturday, either here with these lovely beans or on One Burnout Bond's channel for Saved by the Spell. I believe it was
Ned.
Ned?
It was me. It was me indeed. All right. Well, everybody, it was once again my great pleasure to hang out with this crew tonight and also to play Cardamom, who is becoming more and more, I think, a little bit unwound as I'm playing her, which I really gotta watch that. Let's see. As usual, I am on Tumblr as Hamster Gal, and behind the scenes on the Geeks of Wrath at Non-Productive here on Twitch. Also keep an ear out for the Geeks of Wrath podcast. You will be able to hear me ranting and raving about stuff on the Candy episode, which is one of my favorites. Mostly because we're talking about candy, and honestly, who doesn't love candy? Let's see. I will be kind of hard to reach over the course of the next month due to medical shenanigans, but we are going to kick cancer's ass, and I'm looking forward to being back once we're done with that. And that's all from me for tonight. And let's see. I think it was Pepper.
It was
that
Pepper.
gave it to me, so I'm giving it back to Pepper.
Hello, yes, thank you. Hi, I'm Pepper. You can find me over at Pepper Chester. Is my microphone okay? I'm hearing crunching when I'm talking. But okay. You can find me over at Pepper Chester on anywhere. You look for me, I'm there. If you want to get something from me, please do. I insist. I'll be probably getting out of here soon, so I wouldn't mind trying to get a little bit of a cushion or income or so. So feel free to do it at. But yeah, I'm hoping that you enjoyed tonight's campaign. And I'm going to go ahead and head it back over to, it was Punky, right? You gave me this?
It was Trinket.
Trinket, bam, bam. Here you go, Trinket.
Yeah. So yeah, if I'm not here every other Saturday, I am over actually on Burnout Bond's channel every Thursday, where he and I are playing Persona 4 Golden. Otherwise, on my twitch.tv/thetrinketwitch, I tend to art stream. I am still getting caught back up on Monster Hunter, since I still need to bug you about exchanging like squad info. Potentially. Otherwise, otherwise you can find me on either Blue Sky or Tumblr mostly. But for any socials you want to find me on, that's all going to be on my card. Just trinketwitchcreations.card.co. But now it is the Punky Monkey's turn.
It's true. Hello.
Hello.
What the fuck's with this Burnout Vaughn guy, huh? How come he keeps stealing all of us and putting us on his freaking channel, huh? Alrighty. He's a cool guy. Please go follow Vaughn. We all do stuff with that guy all the time. He's rad. I shilled earlier. I talked a lot about the stuff that I do. You can find me everywhere all the time, pretty much. Like in 15 minutes, I'm gonna be live on my channel. Well, I say in 15 minutes I'm gonna be live. I'm gonna be live pretty much as soon as this ends, but I'm gonna have my 15-minute timer going so I can, like go to the bathroom and do some stuff. I'm gonna be live after this. I'm gonna finish Platoon Raiders. I'm gonna play some Final Fantasy.
Ew.
I'm live most of the time. Check my Blue Sky, which is at punkypun-ki. Otherwise, thanks for hanging out, and thanks to our lovely, wonderful DM, Saris, as always. I always have a real good time with this game.
thank you very much for playing, all of you, and thank you, chat, if you're still here, for sticking around. I really, really appreciate all of you. Literally couldn't do this without you. But hello, you found me here. I'm also other places. Kind of like what Punky said, I shilled earlier, and there was a lot going on. I don't want to waste any more of y'all's time. I don't want to hold you up too much longer, cause it is very late. So I'm just gonna say this. I appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for being a light in my week, and a light in my weekend, and a light in my life. The world would be a much darker place without all of you here, and that includes all of you both in the call and in chat. Let's find somebody to raid, y'all.
Yes.
On the bright side, you already have a good rating phrase.
Which
A to-go body.
A to-go body. My goodness. I think I have somebody. I think I have
Ew.
somebody. Let's raid. It looks like Fat Tuna King is playing Hollow Knight.
What a name.
Ooh.
I know,
That's
right?
delightful. Fat Tuna King. I'm just
Awesome.
picturing like a really round fish with a crown on.
That's
That's
not
Splatoon.
wrong. That's not
That's
wrong.
basically Splatoon.
All right. Yeah, I think a to-go body is still fitting because they're playing Hollow Knight. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and send you over there. Be nice to them. Wish them well, and of course, all of you, I wish you all a very fantastic evening, or if you're on the VOD, a very fantastic whatever time of day it is.
Okay.
Have a good night, folks.
Bye.
Good night.
Yes, me.
Catch you laters.